In the words of the great bus driver, if you really want to piss off your parents, buy real estate in an imaginary place. Welcome back to the Don't Make This Weird podcast. I'm your host, as always, Joey Strange. Here with me, Tony and Heather, and our guest today, Hope.
Hello.
Welcome, Hope.
Welcome, Hope.
Finally glad to get you on here.
Exactly.
It's been a year.
Almost, yeah. Yeah, almost.
That intro was really hard with like
A
the
cough drop.
congestion.
That was a great intro, though.
It
I
really
think that one of your
was.
better ones.
I'm a little. I'm
I
under
don't know if you're
pressure
being
right now,
facetious
like-
or no. Or...
No, seriously, because like it immediately made me think of Frank Zappa, because Frank Zappa single-handedly changed the record contracts because he bought property on Mars. So when you read your record contract, it says whatever state or country or nation that you're from, and it also says all the universe.
Well, the full line is kids, if you want to piss off your parents, take interest in the arts. Kids, if you really want to piss off your parents, buy real estate in an imaginary place.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, he released a new album not long ago. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
I'll drink to that.
I just learned of bus driver today, and I was like, yeah, I had a bus driver once. She was an asshole.
Wrong
Not the
bus
same,
driver,
not
Heather.
the same one.
No, not the same one.
Yeah, I get that often. So
That is that's a very old school, but not really like super old school, like early 2000s, like underground rapper.
Yeah.
You know? It's a lot like MF Doom.
Good
Don't
God,
know
I
that
haven't
one
heard
either.
that name in forever.
I don't know.
I've
Good
heard you
stuff.
talk about it before.
Yeah, I like weird, like obscure underground rap music though.
Don't you like that for everything though? Like
Yeah,
a lot of your music.
Ronald
is
Jenkins, man.
like
weird and
I think
underground.
my favorite rapper is Aesop Rock, and that's about as weird. And he's not super underground anymore. He's like the most popular underground rapper, I would think.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people know about him, but he's still like,
You ever heard of Ronald Jenkins?
yes.
Oh my God, that dude is just epic. How you doing, YouTubes? Seriously, Google that. It's hilarious.
I have to put a link up.
Yep.
Like we always say, we're
Ronald
going
Jenkins.
to.
You
So-
should find the link where he does the remix for the Rocky theme song.
So who brought the
Huh.
Guinness?
Yeah. Oh,
You just went out and bought Guinness?
Well, I mean, you know, if we're gonna have a party in the studio, you can't do it without some sort of beverage.
Guinness Extra Stout. This Extra Stout stuff is really good. I've
Yeah.
been really liking it a lot.
I'm really thinking that they need to be our sponsors. Well, your guys, it's not mine. but-
Sponsor us.
Guinness in
Yeah.
Newcastle, definitely.
It's a whole different type of alcoholic sponsor.
Yeah,
Yeah, not the AA sponsor. We always threaten that, but it's not that sponsor. But if any of those sponsors would like to sponsor, like give us money, that'd be
But-
cool too.
She's talking about Guinness, not AA.
Well, actually, I was talking about AA, but you know, whatever.
Oh yeah, because this is a family wholesome show.
It is. Welcome, family.
Welcome to our Christian channel.
Welcome, families. Kindly go fuck yourself.
Probably two of the people listening are my dad and somebody else.
Jesus was a dirty
Warning:
hobo.
Family.
there might be some foul language.
What did you say?
Said Jesus was a dirty hobo.
Oh my god.
Some people may take offense to things said on this show.
Listen, when he got crucified, they really just were trying to get him to get a job, but he wouldn't. So
Well, I mean, you know, there was a rumor about
Oh my
that.
God.
You know, okay, so this
Oh,
guy
wow.
claiming to be, you know, the son of God and hanging around with 12 dudes. No, he wasn't a hobo. He was gay.
who?
He said, "I like
Jesus.
figs."
Jesus was gay.
Well, I mean, you know,
Jesus said he likes figs.
he's hanging around 12 dudes saying he's God's
Hashtag
gift.
gay for Jesus.
Oh my God.
Oh my god, not that part reminds me, but I remember, you know, like the rubber bracelets that you'd get with different sayings, like the really cheap ones that people would
Oh,
use
yeah,
for
yeah.
advertisement. Well, there was one somehow I ended up getting that said, "Jesus is my homie." Yeah. So my
Yeah.
My-
cat likes to bat those bracelets around, and like that was his favorite one. Like he'd run around with it in his mouth and bat it around. I was like, "Yep, Jesus, your homie, Jibby."
Aw.
Yeah.
My posse is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's why Jesus Christ is my.
Oh my god, and that's like two old white people singing that
Yeah.
song.
That's like one of my favorites.
Have you seen
So
Oh.
bad.
I'm white and I can't get down?
I have not seen.
Oh,
it.
I've
God,
seen
it's
you
hilarious.
being white and you can't get
Yeah.
up.
No, I'm bald. There's a
Isn't
difference.
that every day here?
Oh, wait, it's white and you can't get up.
No.
Oh, that
that's
sounded
my
really bad.
microphone. That's not my microphone.
Oh, never mind. I don't want to go there. Anyhow, moving on. So, how was your guys' week?
Why you gotta make
Well,
this
I've been
weird?
sick for ever.
So you have the plague?
You're still sick.
I do have a cold from hell. So
Cold, possibly a flu.
Yeah, we finally let Adam out of quarantine today.
Yes. Well, yesterday.
No, he was still in quarantine because he was on the couch dying.
Oh,
No, he wasn't. He was gone out all yesterday with me instead of being on the couch dying.
I have been in bed for like the past 5 days,
Adam
just
was been in
sucks,
couch.
just fucking dying. No, I got out of bed the other night to go get a glass of water because my throat was like dried out from coughing, and I had the shakes. Like I just started shivering like crazy
Mhm.
to the point where when I was walking back up the stairs with my drink, I was like spilling it all over
oh
me.
my God.
It's been.
I think that's called withdrawals, Joey.
Jesus, Joey.
Probably.
I've heard that it's horrible. Like everybody's been talking about this flu and how horrible it is.
Right.
And one of our friends actually had lost somebody because of this flu. So, if
Oh.
you guys are feeling like you need to go in and get checked out, do it because
Get
this is a really bad one.
Yeah.
Usually,
Oh, dang.
I just
Yeah.
go the Barney Stinson route. If I feel like I'm about to get sick, I just stop and be awesome instead. But didn't work this time.
Well, another thing
You
too.
got tiger's blood in you? Is that what you're saying? Are you
Another-
winning, Joey?
What's
I-
that book
I'm
he
definitely
has?
not
It's
winning.
like-
right now.
Like the Book of Bros
The
or
Bro
something.
Code?
The Bro
The Bro
book. The
Code?
Bro Code. There we go.
The broad.
But also going back to like the flu thing, my cousin was saying that a lot of the people that are getting the flu are just laying because they're so tired, be laying in bed for like a week straight or whatever.
Yeah.
That she said to make sure that if you are sick with the flu to get up and walk around because what's happening is it's turning into pneumonia.
Yeah.
And it's just a whole nother
Yeah, that's like what
horrible
it's
situation.
bad. Like this cough has got me worried lately because
Yeah.
it's been ass.
So you're saying you're not going to sing in Carnegie Hall?
What?
You're not
Carney
gonna-
Hall?
Carnegie Hall.
Oh.
I'm saying after I do this show, I'm probably gonna lay in bed for another week straight.
Oh my God.
I don't blame you. Like watching Adam be sick, it's been horrible. He's got the face mask going and everything, and
It
And that's
sucks.
when you binge watch.
Yep, that's what Netflix is for.
It sucks because like we've had like a nice couple of days.
Yeah.
You know, it's been
And you
nice
couldn't even
outside.
get out and enjoy it.
Yeah, I wanted to go out and skate the other
Right,
day.
there was a few good days. Like it
Oh,
was
yeah.
beautiful outside.
It's like what, 56 degrees outside?
It was amazing.
I was trying to get out and skate, but I'm just like, I can't do it. I'm dying.
Adam said, or if you're sick, you should binge Arc.
I don't think you can binge art.
I'm sure he
I disagree.
Politely disagree. Yeah. So
No, strongly,
I've
but
been,
politely.
I don't know. I've been just reading a lot, scrolling on Facebook a lot.
reading a lot.
Reading. I thought he said breathing a lot. I'm like,
so too. I was like,
thought he
breathing
said
a
well,
lot.
I mean,
reading
I
a
guess
lot.
that's a good thing to do when you're sick. I think that's a good thing to do
Actually,
normally as
I
well.
I think I've been breathing less because
coughing more, breathing less.
Trying to breathe a lot more.
Yeah. Today I've been good though. Like my nose isn't as runny. I know I sound congested, but I can actually
There's a light
breathe
at the
today.
tunnel. At the end of the tunnel.
But I'm mostly just coughing up all the
Wow.
bad shit right now, like getting over it.
That's what Adam said he was doing earlier. He's like, I hate it. I cough now, and it just feels like my lungs are coming out of my throat.
Ugh.
Just talking
It
about it
sucks,
makes
too.
my throat hurt. I'm
It
just
sucks too
like,
because like you'll get like a headache or something from all that pressure
Yeah.
building up, and then when
That's
you
what he
cough,
was
every
doing.
time you cough, it hurts. So,
Yep, that's where he was. I felt bad for him.
sweating a lot too.
Hmm
I mean, that's probably the best way to get rid of it,
Yeah.
but you're to the recovery point anyway, so.
Need a hot toddy.
Heather made some what was it, broth,
Yeah,
and she's like, how do I get him to sweat? And I'm like, here's some red pepper
it was chicken
flakes.
noodle. It was chicken noodle soup. Yeah. So Tony's like, here's some red pepper flakes. Yeah, he's giving Anyway, he's like, here's some red pepper flakes. So he's like, finish it, and I put it in there. You know that soup never got finished.
Should have made him a hot toddy. Do you have whiskey here?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Out
see,
in
we
the
do.
fridge.
Great part about my grandpa is I know there's always whiskey around.
How's that made?
Yeah, we still
anyway?
got that Jameson in the fridge.
Yeah, I'm good right now.
How do you make a hot toddy?
Hot toddy is just whiskey and honey and a little bit of water.
Something
It's like
that.
a splash of water.
I don't know. You have to look it
Oh,
up.
lemon too, I think.
Lemon. That's lemon juice,
Lemon
not
juice.
water. Yeah. It'll
Uh,
kick your ass. It'll definitely make you sweat everything out.
Wow.
Kick your ass in a good way.
That one went down really quickly.
Huh.
What about those like really, really hot peppers?
Habaneros.
Oh, to make you
What
sweat.
are the hottest ones? Isn't it like
Ghost pepper?
is it the ghost
Carolina
pepper?
Reaper.
No,
Carolina
Carolina Reaper
Reaper.
now. Yeah.
Well, there's actually a
Oh,
hotter
man.
one. But it's
Pepper
not-
X.
Pepper X.
Uh,
It's not available to the public yet, though.
Well, a friend of mine, actually Zach, he showed me a video of a guy eating 100 of them,
Oh my god.
and he had
Why?
to go to the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Because he did a video previously of eating 100 ghost peppers, and it caused, I think something. It was like in his stomach, like he was bleeding, like he was coughing
Yeah.
up
Oh,
blood
yeah.
when he did.
Probably-
He did 100 of them, which is
he probably
and
has
he
like
was-
he probably has
he
like
looks like he
6
was dying
ulcers.
after the first 10.
Oh yeah.
I did not envy him, but yeah, he had to go to the hospital because he was on camera. He threw up blood, and it was not a little bit, and it was.
Ugh.
I was like, oh my god,
That's like
What's-
that idiot that like
what you do
lit
for
the-
views?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like that idiot that lit that pepper on, like smoked it through a bong. It's like, what in the hell is wrong with you?
What's the Schofield index?
oh, I
on
think it
that?
was like a cyst
The
or something. that,
Scoville?
like it
Yeah.
broke open inside
Oh.
his. Yeah,
God.
What's the Scoville on
yeah,
what?
it didn't sound
on
good at
the
all.
ghost peppers.
The ghost pepper? It's probably like I don't know. You'd have to look it up. It's
I'll
like,
look
it's
it
over
up.
1 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, they make it. Well, that one you're supposed to wear like gloves, right? So you don't accidentally
You
touch
should
your eye.
you
or
should with
something.
you should with any peppers. Like if you're cooking with peppers and stuff, like
Right.
any spicy pepper, like even jalapenos, like you should wear
Yeah.
some kind of not necessarily like
Just wash your
or
hands.
yeah, at least wash your hands. But yeah, like the hotter you get, like the more you should probably take precaution, especially if you're a dude and then you chop up some peppers and then go take a piss or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that's not okay.
That'll ruin your day.
I really think of my poor nephew. That time we did like the jalapeno poppers, and he was like, "I'm gonna eat these seeds," and he's telling the sister, "How many seeds can you eat? You have sissy," and he kept on like antagonizing her, and so he was eating them, and then me and him went outside, and we were playing basketball after that. Before I got out there, he decided to pee behind the shed. So I'm walking out, and we're getting ready to play basketball, and all of a sudden the poor kid like almost drops to his knees. He's like, huh. He's like making these noises,
Oh,
and I'm just like, "What is going on?" He's like, I said, "You didn't wash your hands, did you?" He's like, "No." Poor kid, man.
no. Oh, no.
Yep. But,
He sold-
on it.
He sold his own poison.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to find the. How do you say it?
Hot toddy.
No. The pepper.
The
thing.
Ghost pepper?
oh,
What
Or
do you say?
California Reaper. Look up
California
California
Reaper,
Reaper.
Oh,
Oh,
the
okay.
index.
The Scoville
Ghost-
Index.
Scoville?
Scoville index.
There
that's
we
what it
go.
is, yeah.
oh, okay.
Wow. Oh, you didn't want the ghost pepper? You wanted the what? Carolina Reaper?
Carolina Reaper.
Oh, because the ghost pepper is
it's like 2 million too, isn't it?
1 million.
Is it
Yeah.
1 million?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the other one you're
1
thinking of.
million.
Jalapeno's like 1,500.
Something like that, yeah.
Serious?
Yeah.
I love jalapenos.
Habaneros are not even that high up on the scale either.
No.
Are they? Wait.
They're right underneath it at 200.
200,000?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Almost 100 times hotter than a jalapeno.
Right.
Don't forget to wash your hands after handling.
Right there.
And I've had a ghost pepper, and shit's fucking hot.
Nope.
And then the Carolina Reaper is like what, another 1 million?
It's actually not on that index, but I'm gonna see if I can find it.
It's hot as fuck.
I
But it's like a different kind of spice
I had
too.
an Indian chocolate chili, and oh god, I was crying, man. That stuff was hot. Because they're literally like that big, and they're really really fat, and just scalding hot.
What was it called?
It's Indian chocolate chili.
Chocolate is
Yeah.
in the name.
Those jalapenos.
Confusing.
Those
Did it
jalapenos
taste anything like chocolate?
I don't know. I was too busy crying like a little bit because
You know-
burning the shit out of me.
those jalapenos that you grew are pretty spicy.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Those turned out really
They
good.
were good. Yeah.
I can't wait to grow some more this year because I think I'm going to change it up and see if I can get any more hotter peppers.
They weren't bad at first, but then like I got to it, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I'm thinking about going to what's the place called in Saginaw? Man, it's the big ass greenhouse there just outside of Saginaw. And they always have like the coolest chilies. Like they have this purple one I want to try.
Is that the farmers?
No. It's when you come in out off of Wadsworth Road.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I have no
It's
idea
like
what it's called.
Arbella's or something like that. I don't
I don't know.
It starts with an A, but anyways, it's this huge greenhouse, and they're like the first ones open as soon as like spring hits. So I go there all the time and look at the chilies and stuff they have, and I'm like, hey, how hot is this one? There's that little old lady pushing the cart full of like chrysanthemums and stuff.
do they not have like the Scovilles next to each one?
Yeah, they do, but generally I go there before they got everything out.
Oh.
So
So you're just annoying.
of course I am. I want to see what
Why
the
not?
fresh stock is.
Yeah, definitely make grow some more of those jalapeno peppers so I can make the poppers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam says ghost pepper chili is amazing, and people can't see your fingers, Tony. When you're like describing stuff and pointing things. And
I
talk in
actually
Italian.
Forget
thought
about
about
it.
that, but I was like,
habit.
I talk in Italian. Forget about
I
it.
talk in
That
Italian.
happens.
What's going on?
Do you
So-
have to go to the bathroom? Is that what you're doing or what?
Anyway.
Keys.
Oh.
how did you get there? What?
Well, she's making this sign, and that's like what the little kids do.
I'm sorry. Describe the sign. We can't.
Oh
see
yeah,
what you're doing.
describe.
She's
I don't
taking her-
know how
yeah,
you got
sure.
bathroom from that, but
No, that's what the little kids do. Yeah, see, Adam's doing it right now. He's
He
got his
knows
thumb through his
the-
I've
finger.
never
sign.
seen that in my life.
Really?
Never in my life.
Go back to kindergarten, Joey.
No, thank you. At this age, it would just be creepy.
You know what? Do the reboot of Billy Madison.
School,
What?
back to school.
Billy
what?
Madison.
Oh yeah.
Sign language for the bathroom. That's what you were doing.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've never seen that in my life.
Really?
Never.
Wow, man. It's
I got
2018.
3 nieces. None of them do that.
Not him
Well,
sign.
one of them is a newborn, so
If she did, that
She's
would
not
be
doing
damn
much, Joy.
impressive.
yeah.
I mean, you never know.
She
Babies
These
are weird,
days.
right?
Yeah. Adam and I were walking through Walmart, and we both said almost at the same time, "Oh, I don't miss this." As we're walking through like the infants and the car seats and the high chairs and crap.
Oh.
Yeah, like I like babies and all, they're cool, but like pregnant women just annoy the piss out of me. It's like they think that they're the most important, special being in the world, and it's like nobody really gives a fuck about you or your child.
That has to be weird though for them because like they're walking around as big as a house, and you got weird strangers coming up going,
Well, what is
"Can I
it?
touch your belly?"
Right, but what is it like with pregnant women that they all of a sudden become like the most important, smartest beings on the planet, or at least they think
I
so?
don't know about that, but I do know that the hormones are apparently fucked up. Like they're
yeah.
like,
Well, I
going
imagine.
nuts.
Well, come on, you have a parasite growing in you. I mean, it's just like aliens.
But like it's like,
See, the thinking of it that way just creeps me out and makes me not want to have children.
but it's like,
Best birth control ever.
you know what
Yep.
annoys me though? Like women who haven't had a baby before and then they get pregnant and all of a sudden they're experts on
Nope.
all things children.
Nope.
It's like, shut up. Just shut up and stop.
I was one of those ones that when my ex-wife was pregnant with Alexis, I was like, okay, I know nothing about kids. In fact, I didn't want kids before that point. And I was like, well, I should probably educate myself. So I read all those books of, what to expect when you're expecting, what to expect the first year.
You still have them on the bookshelf behind
I know.
us.
And that's the thing is some of them were helpful, but here's the thing is the best way to parent is to just do it, make mistakes,
Right.
and move forward.
Because the way they describe it is just like everybody's new at it. So
Yeah.
you
I mean,
know.
you're literally making this shit up as you go along. Am I right?
Apparently, that's what being a parent is. You just make it up as you go. Try to do the best you can.
Okay, put the dartboard over there. I'm gonna throw something at it, and it's stuck in the wall. All right, that works. Or hey, let's throw it around the corner and see if it sticks. Right?
I've got 3 nieces. I'm good. I don't want kids.
Yep. I feel the same.
That's what I said, Joey, and I got 3.
I've got godchildren, and I've got nieces and nephews.
If I want a kid, I'll adopt one so I don't have to fucking deal with their shitty mom.
There is so much truth to that, my friend.
Oh man.
It's like I feel like having kids would be great if it wasn't for having to deal with a significant other or an ex.
And that's the thing is I threw the gauntlet down. I said, look, I don't want to raise my children by myself, but I will if I have to. And apparently they were like, all right, challenge accepted.
Adam says above age 10 would be suggested, Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing is babies are cute, but man, all they do is eat, shit, sleep, and
You
cry.
don't know what they
Well,
really
look at it,
want.
too.
half the
It's like-
time. It's scary.
They're cute when
like-
someone else has them.
Right.
I feel like I'd probably adopt one.
Window shopping, people. Listen.
I feel like I would probably adopt one that was a little bit older, just because I feel like those ones like don't get adopted as much.
Isn't that
Yeah.
called human trafficking, Hope?
No.
Oh, that's
Not
horrible.
that bad, okay?
We're window shopping for babies.
No, that's what I always thought too, Joey, about adoption
God.
too. Like older would be better, especially for not being able to have kids. Like I'm
Right.
like, yeah, I can deal with toddlers better than I can.
Plus,
I'm just
it's like-
awkward with children.
it's
I'm
like-
so awkward.
I'm thinking I'm like
I talk to them like they're a grown person. I don't know. I don't know. It's all business. I don't know what to do.
I'm thinking like a teenager, because like I can look at this person and just like be real with them, like
Yeah.
because I would feel uncomfortable raising like a baby that wasn't mine, and then them finding out that like it's like at a teenager, like they know what's up, like they know that.
They don't.
But they're also jaded though at that point.
Right.
I mean, at least
But
with
that's good because so am I, so we'd have that in common.
yeah, but that's the thing though, is being a parent is it makes you so vulnerable to here's a little mini version of you and all the shit you went through as a kid. You're trying to change that as
Oh
a
dear God.
father or a mother and go, yeah, I'm not going to have you go through the same screw up shit I went through as a kid.
Honestly, that's why I would be afraid of having kids, because I'd just be terrified of something happening all the time.
Oh yeah.
I don't think
I
I'd be
think-
able to. I can't keep track of myself. Like what?
I think instead of having kids, if I had the money, I would probably just start a foster home, and
Yeah.
just do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Add that to the list, intern. We're going to start a foster home foundation with Strange Friends Media.
Strange Friends Foster.
That's right. Strange Friends Foster.
That sounds so bad. I'd be for it. Or
We'll all
like a
have
club.
company vans that are all white and blocked out.
We'll call it Foster the Children.
Foster the children.
And no, we do not support Hope's human trafficking.
No human
That's a different business.
Not
That's
affiliated.
an under the table business.
Yeah, it's not
That's what we're
affiliated.
using to funding foster the children.
Oh my god. This is just getting worse down this rabbit hole we're going.
Hope started
This
it.
went so much darker than I meant for it.
Like,
to.
right? Right?
Hope
she's-
started it. I'm just pointing that out.
She's all over there all innocent and you're like turning it into something horrible.
No, here's the funny part about
My
it.
first time on here.
Right?
Aaron brings his magic cards to the table,
Uh-huh.
right? Okay, so Hope's sitting on the couch in the living room. I'm like, hey, are you hungry? Want a sub? She's like, you have party subs? And I'm like, yeah, there's like a countertop full of them. So me and Aaron are talking about magic, and she's standing on the other side of the counter. And I'm like, you got to be careful of Hope. Because she's, comes off as sweet and innocent and got this cute
She's an
anime
asshole.
voice. And I said, before you know it, she'll be right next to you, throwing cards on the table and going, I'm going to eat your soul. She
Yeah, I heard you
walks
say
around the
that.
counter and goes, well, I can't deny it.
Okay, yeah, I did kind of hear that all go down. Yeah, I like to play that game
That
too.
game
It's fun.
changes me.
That game's fun.
That game makes me somebody else.
I remember playing like one of the first times with Joey and stuff. I got so pissed off. I don't normally like. I'm always a good sport about games and stuff.
Right? It's something about it. You just
It's probably
it makes you
it's probably
very
just
angry
me.
when somebody
Yeah.
just like keeps putting you down and that game.
Yeah.
You're like,
See, it's funny when you sit down to play a game of Magic. You're like, oh, hey, we're just going to play for the game. By the end of it, you're like, I'm going to kill you. You
Right.
suck.
That's pretty much how it's going.
You start a game of Magic with like the same attitude, like casual games anyway, where it's just like, yeah, I'm just in it to have a good time and play a game of Magic. But like once it goes past like the hour mark, you're like, I have to win this game.
right?
I have literally just
This-
dedicated an hour
This
of
has
my
become
life.
the most important thing
Yeah.
to me right now.
I've done that many times where it's like I start off and I'm just like, well, fuck, now I have to win
You remember
because
that?
I've played a 2.5 hour game now, and if I lose, I've just wasted 2.5 hours of my life.
Remember that 5 life you took from me earlier? Well, guess what?
I'm
Like,
taking
eventually-
15.
I'm
It's
taking
like
15.
it's more political than Risk somehow. Like
You know, in the beginning, it is all politics. So you're like, we're all friends here. You know,
it's all
just,
politics all the way through. Like
I
until you're down to the last 2 people, because then there's no politics. It's just like this is it.
Well,
Like,
that's like playing usurper.
and then it's a mind game.
yeah. Oh,
like-
yeah.
When you get to the last down to the
Yeah.
last 2, you're just trying to get in the other person's head. It's like, do I have a fog in my hand? You don't know.
I have an untapped land. What am I gonna do with it?
I have
You
an
don't know.
I have an untapped. I have 3 untapped islands right now. So
It's gonna happen. Yeah, Adam says our
Choose
average is
carefully.
usually 4 hours, which
Yeah.
is true,
Hours
especially if I play
playtime.
my green deck. My green deck is a life gainer, and
I
it's ridiculous.
hate that green deck.
But you loved
We were playing
it.
what for at least 2 hours one night
Oh,
because we'd
God.
take her, we'd hit her for like what 40, 48, and she'd come back the very next hand.
Mhm.
Oh well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to gain 52 life.
And I
it's
kept
like,
on
are you
bringing it back.
serious right
I kept
now?
bringing out my my death touch recluse. I
Yeah.
kept bringing it
Oh.
back and bringing it back. It's just a 1-drop too.
I got
So
a
it's got death touch and reach.
new Soren Planeswalker,
Oh yeah.
and he takes the player with the most life in the game and puts out that many 1/1 vampires.
Oh man.
Wow.
Oh my.
That's a douche
God.
card, Joey.
It's pretty sweet.
Oh.
I
For
don't
those
wanna
of
play
you
I
it.
listening.
mean, that's a good. If you have a deck just dedicated to life games,
Right.
it's
Huh?
good against.
For those of you who are listening, you know what we're talking about. We're talking about Magic the Gathering
Uh-huh.
and how lots and lots of enemies have been made on
Talking
the other
about
side of the
talking
table.
about Magic the Lathering.
Hmm.
No, but I mean it's great too because it's a Planeswalker ability. So if you have enough loyalty counters for him to survive that, then you can do it again,
Oh my god.
Wow.
and
that's
then you can do it
ridiculous.
again, and then again.
Yeah,
Get that card out of there.
I've
that cut
never
out of my face.
successfully
Mhm.
really been able to use a
I
planeswalker
have-
for a long amount of time.
You just have to build like
You gotta have well,
it's one of those
Yeah.
things that you can't really just throw into a deck and expect it to work.
Right.
Like you have to build a deck to work around it and be able to protect that. We're getting way too into Magic.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, we are.
Bring it back, guys. Bring it back.
Let's reel it back in. So there's some other stuff that we wanted to talk about
Foster
tonight.
care.
Fostering, strange friends fostering.
Can I
There we
talk
go.
about bees now?
Oh yeah.
I really want to talk
If
about
you want to
bees.
talk about bees,
Yeah.
go ahead and talk
The
about the bees.
All right,
The bees.
we're talking about bees.
The bees.
Dubbies.
So you know how bees are super important to our ecosystem?
Well, generally speaking.
Okay, well they're not. We've been lied to.
So the bee movie is completely false.
I've never seen
You've
it.
watched
but
that movie?
probably.
I have kids. Hello.
Oh, well.
I don't have kids. I watched it.
No.
Lame.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to.
Lame.
One second. Let me get a drink, and then we'll get into this.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Oh, hey, speaking of sponsors, we have some.
Yes.
We
You
have
want me
sponsors.
to go on to that?
Yeah. Rattle off.
Well,
those
sponsors for our Strange Friends Media. So we have Put a Smile in It Photography, Rebel Pictures, Ruby's Paradise Salon, Potter's
Apothecary.
Thank
Carrie.
you, and Sweet Tooth Bakery.
And don't forget.
Uncle Paul.
That's right.
See, I'm on this.
We need to get him back on the show.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, he's supposed to be coming up at some point.
Yeah.
That'd be
He was
sweet.
here for like 2 hours and then
Yeah.
took off.
That's when I talked to Dustin about going on. By the way, tomorrow, Friday, I will be on a live stream with the unknown artist,
Nice.
our friend Dustin, Tony's cousin.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, bees.
Bees. Back to bees.
Fuck bees. No, I'm just kind of sick of the lies around the whole Save the Bees movement and stuff, and I kind of just wanted to shine a light on the truth a little bit. Honeybees are actually not important to our ecosystem at all. They're actually more of a detriment to our ecosystem than they are helpful.
How so?
So honeybees are the species of bee that is endangered or is on the decline or whatever.
Right.
There are over 20,000 other species of bees that are also pollinators.
But do they make honey?
No, they don't make honey.
Okay.
But honey isn't an important thing to our ecosystem. Honey is great and it's fine or whatever. It's good for you,
Right.
but it's not important to our ecosystem.
Yeah, but it's like a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Correct. I'll get to that. But there are other species of insects that are also pollinators. There's some beetles that are pollinators, wasps, butterflies. We're being fed these lies that if honeybees are to go extinct, that all plant life will die within a matter of months, which is nonsense.
Don't hummingbirds pollinate too?
I think so. I think some, maybe. I don't know. But the actual truth about honeybees is they spread diseases to these other pollinators. So we're losing pollinators because of honeybees.
Okay.
So the whole reason, like the whole Save the Bees movement, oh, they're so important to our ecosystem, it's just a bunch of lies. And it just furthers my whole, like, we don't research anything before we share it on Facebook.
Now, what about like the beetles and the other parasites that invade honeybee hives and stuff like that, and like just kill off the larva?
Good. If you think about it, they're doing a good thing. Technically speaking, to save our ecosystem, or if we're talking about being helpful towards the ecosystem, not just our love for honey,
Right.
they're doing a good thing.
Yeah, but what about all the stuff that they did in like the 80s and 90s for pollen research for allergies and so on and so forth with different plants and whatnot? That's where they got all of that stuff from, was taking the honey and the pollen and stuff from all the bees and putting that into, like there was I don't know if you remember those, like they look like cardboard chunks and they tasted like it, but it was stuff called bee pollen. And it was like vitamin B infused with the pollen.
Vitamin B. Yeah.
Right. Well, and that's the thing is and I was a kid and I took it, and I don't know whether it was a placebo thing, but I mean it worked.
Well, I can say that I have lived a perfectly fine 23 years of my life without eating bee pollen. So I'm pretty sure if they were to go anywhere, we'd be okay.
So I pulled up the pollinators, which include bees, honeybees, obviously, pollen wasps, ants, flies, bee flies, hoverflies, mosquitoes.
Yeah, I missed a few for sure.
Butterflies, moths, flower beetles, and lepidopterans.
Wait a minute, mosquitoes pollinate?
That's what it's saying
What?
on here.
I hate mosquitoes. If there's a mosquito,
I do too.
within
Like,
10
why are they
miles,
on there? I would have preferred.
That's messed up.
Man.
So if we're talking about your precious bees, they're no more important than mosquitoes.
Yeah, but there is literally no redeeming quality to the ecosystem for a mosquito.
Well,
They
a
pollinate.
mosquito.
They pollinate and they don't spread diseases to other pollinators.
Yeah, but
Mosquitoes spread diseases to people.
Right. But they don't.
Exactly.
But people are bad for the ecosystem. So if anything, mosquitoes are super good for the ecosystem. They kill people and they don't kill other pollinators. So I'm just playing from like
West Nile bitches.
I'm just playing from like a
an advocate to make your
100 like I'm
your species extinct.
I'm just I'm just saying from like the point of view of like all of these like animal activists and nature freaks and stuff that are saying that bees are so good for the ecosystem, that's why we
Right.
save them. No, they're just idiots that haven't been properly informed. The real reason people want to, real reason to save the bees thing has happened is because of the honey industry is a multi-million-dollar
I was
industry,
gonna say, when you
and
get to that part,
they have spread all this propaganda about bees. It's big honey, man.
What
Big
ab-
honey.
Adam's wondering, what about animals that rely on honeybee hives to survive?
like the honey badger.
I don't know if they really.
Just saying.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say they rely on it.
There's probably there's
like,
not there's
I know
not
there's animals
Yeah.
that eat it, but I wouldn't say they rely.
adapt or
on
die.
It. I mean, it sounds mean,
Thank you,
but he has a
Darwin.
point.
Right?
Like that's whole thing of evolving, and
Well, if that
animals
was
have
the
to
case,
adapt somehow, and that's how they survive. The weak die.
We're like
That's-
one of the last species to adapt to any sort of ecosystem.
We adapt to pretty much anything.
Well,
Like we adapt
we
to more
build.
situations than any other.
but here's the thing. Look at what you guys have been dealing with the last week. It's a simple virus, and you guys were knocked on your ass for a week.
Right, but I'm if I needed to survive, I could still get up and do things if I wanted to.
Not when you're on your deathbed.
Well, even if I am super sick, coughing, just completely out cold, if I needed to get up and do something, I could get up and do it.
Okay. What was that show?
Adapt or die.
I'm trying
Like I still got up and made food,
What was what you were talking about?
I'm trying to remember that show. I want to say it was Contagion or something like that. It was on NBC forever.
But by the way, all of my facts are coming from Nature magazine. And Nature magazine is a very well respected scientific magazine about nature. And
neat.
We'll put the link up.
yeah, I'll find it and I'll
Okay.
put it up. But it's interesting stuff.
Oh yeah.
The whole reason I'm bringing this up, I really don't give a fuck about honeybees either way. What I care about is facts.
Right. Right.
And it's just feeding into something I've been talking about the last couple of weeks. I know I've mentioned it a few times.
Right.
Is people sharing nonsense on Facebook without fucking doing their research. It took me 5 goddamn minutes to figure out the truth about honeybees, people. It's not that goddamn hard. Just Google something before you fucking share it, you fucking retards.
So
Sorry.
you're saying I've managed to piss you off quite a lot the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Were you
Like-
the
It's
one
not just you,
posting
though. It's not just you.
No,
You guys
here's the
post
thing.
some crazy
It's
shit.
lately, and I've made this known because I actually posted something about 3 weeks ago saying everything that I post on social media serves one purpose and one purpose only: to start a conversation.
Right, but
That's
that's
a
not
war.
good. That's not a good thing to do, though, necessarily.
But that's why else would you have social media if you weren't engaging
Okay,
in
but like,
social activities?
but like, my thing is like, there's a lot of dumb people on
the
the
dank
internet.
memes.
I completely agree with you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Dumb is harsh. Impressionable people, we'll say.
No, they're
Yeah.
straight up stupid.
Okay, well, we'll call them impressionable. And when you share something on Facebook, even if it's just to start a conversation, a lot of people are going to take that as like, that's real. That's, oh my God. Like the whole thing with, liberals are putting red lights on their porches to signify a gun-free zone. Nonsense. It's fucking nonsense. Nobody's doing that. If you believe that, you're fucking stupid.
I actually have not seen a red light on anybody's porch.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
Because then if I would have been out there in the yard singing Roxanne.
You don't have to put on the red light.
Totally gonna do that when I see. I got to now. I got to.
That is awesome.
That's it. We're putting up a red light just so we can have
Just
that.
so I
happen.
can stand in the lawn.
Well, I mean,
and sing
Adam
with
had a
you.
red light in the hallway the other day when he was dying in the bathroom. So, I mean, does that count?
Wait, what?
You didn't see that?
No.
It was just like, send help.
Missed your opportunity.
Beep boop beep boop. I don't know where that came from, but anyway. So
But yeah, like it's like that stuff and like the whole gun control thing, and which I'm not going to get into because
yeah, let's not talk about that.
Well, but that's my point, though. Is
Palooza.
even after making the statement, And anybody that is friends with me on Facebook knows, one, I'm going to post stuff to engage in a conversation.
Right, but
Whether
that's-
that's calling me everything but a white man, great. So
White
be
ma'am.
it. Man.
Oh,
Or have people like your status and then tell them, "Ha! It's a trap. You have to post something."
yeah,
now."
like that one.
Like
that
what
one.
you got me with.
That was awesome.
I tell those people to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I don't do
See,
it.
normally I don't, but I feel like. God
Wasn't that the
damn
voice
it, I
one?
really didn't
Yeah.
expect it, and I was like, "He got me."
Oh, you got me.
Okay.
That was the
Maybe just this one
audition.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is like I put it up just to see what kind of response I would get. Like, we'll see how much support I get. Okay, we'll see what happens. And then I felt kind of bad afterwards because I was like, I actually got quite a bit of support. I'm like, it's all a lie. I've been lied to.
I saw it and I was just disappointed in you.
You sell out, Hope. God.
Hey, I actually went to the voice audition, so
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I did. Yeah, I went to Chicago.
But there was a bit more of a personal reason
How do
why
they
that was.
do that?
Yeah.
Is it just people show up and like?
You have to send in audition tape, which I did mine all online. Tony helped me do that one,
Yep.
and then I got the invitation a week before, or 2 weeks before, and then I went and did it. It was
Aaron,
crazy.
Can
Like
you hunt
Oh,
me down some
wow.
more cough drops?
a whole bunch of you can like get put into these suites,
That's
like
funny.
10 people at a time, and yeah, they usher you in and then you sing in front of everybody that's in the room with you, which isn't bad, but it's like crazy. It was crazy, but it was a cool
Aw.
experience. People were leaving like crying. I left like smiling because I got out of my comfort zone, so it was a good experience.
Right.
Fetch,
Yeah.
Juan. Fetch.
I know. So, but yeah, it was actually a good experience. My dad, who actually is listening right now, said hello, and he was one of the ones that helped me get to Chicago.
Shout
to
out
do
to
it.
Pops.
Cool.
So
Awesome.
it was a good experience. Like I wouldn't probably wanted to really be on the show, but it was a cool experience anyway because it was getting out of comfort zone and just doing something.
Right. Honestly, that's what I've been trying to do more so. Like, it's even though it's like, even if you're like freaking terrified, which I am all the time, like,
Aw.
I feel like it's just a way to better yourself for it. So you gotta kind of like jump over those like hurdles in
Yep.
life, and that's the only way you're gonna like improve is by
To me, there's nothing better than practicing and just going out and doing it.
yeah.
I mean, when you
Yeah.
earn your keep, you cut your teeth, you get out there, you play at hole in the wall bars with chicken
And
wire
it
over the
gets
stage.
better. It gets
It
better.
does.
It does get
Basically.
better. Exactly.
I mean, I feel like the nerves won't completely go away, but it gets better.
You adapt more to your surroundings when you're doing those things. You get more experience and it gets easier.
look at how, when we did the Relay for Life this year,
Uh-huh.
it's the DJ that will remain unnamed, Steve, asked you, hey, are you nervous?
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, are you nervous to be going on stage?" And I'm like, "No." Like my first year, because it was my first time getting up on stage. I was really nervous, but this year I was just like, I was more more emotional because of the Survivor and the caretaker lap before we had to go on. That kind of put me a little bit out, but I wasn't nervous to get up there, and I could actually hear myself. So it was fun.
Nice.
I can't wait to do it again this year.
AA Ron.
Oh man. So- but yeah, I mean, I feel that just going for it now is pretty much
right.
like that's what I got to do. So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it
to-
is though.
That when we, and it's so great. I think that's one of the things that connected Joey and I early on, is talking
I don't
about
feel a connection. So I
Shut
don't
up,
know.
Joey. is listening to records, being really, really young, and then emulating and copying all of that. And then when you came back into the studio, we were working on and stuff. We'd sit here and listen to the record and just all of these great eclectic, LPs that nobody had ever heard of, and yet all of us were jamming on. Even some of the stuff like the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's and
Magical Mystery Tour.
Magic Mystery. Yeah,
Yeah.
And what was that one? The one chick, I can never remember her name.
Rachel Brooks.
Yes,
She's from Grayling.
incredible musician.
She's awesome. Super nice lady too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought that from her after I played a show called Double Secret Winterfest 2000. I don't remember what year it was. It was the first one though. It was the first.
Was that in Hope Lake or?
I was in Grayling at a place
Okay.
called Trust Fall Records, which is now unfortunately closed down.
Oh,
Boo.
It is.
It is.
Support your local merch. Get out there and buy some records, damn it.
But yeah, so played that show. She was one of the like earlier acts because they had like it was like the second to last band to go on, I
Right.
think. And so I got there really early and I was there for the whole day because if you play a show, you should be there for the first band all the way to the last band, no
Support.
matter where you are on the card, you selfish assholes.
Right.
But
Now, was that Go Quick Dissect?
that was Go Quick Dissect.
Yeah.
And Hail Your Highness was there.
Nice.
I love them.
Yeah. this
Arming the
sounds awesome.
Amish, Goofy Foot. You have the poster somewhere from that show.
Yeah, it's what did I do with it? I have it around here. I know it is.
I framed it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Rachel Brooks.
Oh no,
was
it's
there.
upstairs next to the couch.
Yeah, Rachel Brooks was there. She's a super nice lady. I talked to her after she did her set, and I went and I bought that little 6-inch record. It's not a
Yeah.
45, it's a 6-inch. It plays like a regular,
Wow,
12-inch.
That was nutty.
Good stuff though.
So, are you working on any new material, Hope?
It's funny you mention that because literally 2 days ago, Harley and I were working on a new song.
Shout out to Brown Bear.
Judge Bramber.
And what's your guys' project called?
We named it Dismay. Miss Dismay is what we named it. So,
So you changed it.
what do you mean? The
thought you guys-
song?
No,
Or the
the
band
the band name.
Oh, it changed to, I believe, Me and My Funeral.
You believe?
I believe, as of right now, that is what we are called.
Me and My Funeral.
Well, before it was called something else, and we weren't really sure if we were sticking with it or not. And then he's like, okay, so I came up with this. And I was like, well, and before he even said what the new name was, I'm just like, I mean, we're probably going to go with whatever you choose anyway, because I'm really bad at naming anything. I mean, like, bad. Like, in school, like, I do like art class, I make like a picture, and they'd be like, all right, now name your picture. And I'm like, well, I made a bird, and it's
This
supposed
one-
to be an icy kind of bird. I'm
this
gonna call
one's-
it Ice Bird.
This one's called. It would have been even better if it's just bird.
Bird.
This one's bird because
This one's
there's
bird.
a bird.
This one's Birdie.
Dad is called
This
Dad.
one's Birdie.
In Fallout, Dad is called Dad because he's your dad. The more you know.
All I can think of is Snuffleupagus. Bird.
But yeah, no, my
That's
I'm
it.
terrible at naming things.
Hey,
Oh,
we-
hey. Where'd
All
you
right,
find
this
that
was
at?
from April 16th, 2016. It was for Record Store Day. There's Hail Your Highness, Goofy Foot, Walker Texas Crab Walker, Dude Man Sir,
Awesome.
the Seagulls. The Seagulls were there too.
that's right. Yeah.
If you don't know the Seagulls, I don't think they're together still, but they were a really awesome rock band from Saginaw or Bay City. I can't remember, but really, really cool guys. Shout out to Eric, Rachel Brooke, and then the greatest band of all time, Go Quick Die Sick.
We're just no longer together.
Well,
We should put that right over there. On
shout
the
out to my buddy Joe.
That's right.
You're out there somewhere. You fucking weirdo.
Yeah, put it on the wall behind you
Yeah.
there.
I can't even remember where I got this picture frame from. I think it was a picture of Jesus or something that I took out.
You
And
sure it wasn't Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah. I'll put it up there later.
All right.
That was a good, some really interesting band names.
Right.
Arming the Amish was there too, but they weren't on the poster because they were like a late
Edition?
edition. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an awesome band too.
So what all are you working on with your new project, Hope?
Well, I mean, it's interesting because what we normally end up doing, and this kind of reflects off of Harley's writing style, and it's very. It's usually like kind of like sad, and it's not very upbeat. So normally most of our songs are like kind of slower, and I mean I like how it sounds, but when we ended up we played at one of our friends' weddings, Leland and Ashley's. We did the Paramore song, and one of them told us, they're like, so you can do another song or like one of your songs if you want to, and we're shuffling through our minds thinking like, okay, what songs we got? And I'm like, well, we can't sing anything too depressing. I mean, it's a wedding, and there's some things like saying some like stuff that's just really dark, and I'm like, we can't sing that. Like we just had them dance together, and now we're gonna sing about like
doom.
just
doom.
Well, you guys are like, I know it's because of Harley too, but you guys are like really secretive about like you post some stuff every now and then, but you don't really post a lot of your guys' music.
We don't really post a whole lot because, well, I think the only place he really posts anything if we're like working on it is like on his Instagram, I believe.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't post anything mostly because like I'm a perfectionist, and I always want to like actually have it like fully done and recorded and then put it out.
Well, Harley's kind of the same way too. Like he's very.
So you're not the Twitter poster?
I know.
I've worked with Harley before a few times.
Right. I mean,
and he's very like nothing's ever official. Like
true, which is, I mean, works with me because like I'm always like, well, we gotta actually like probably should actually record it. There was somebody that he knew, and he was like, hey, maybe we should go here and record it. And I was like, sure. I mean, why not? Just set up a day, we'll do it. Every Sunday for the past, I want to say 4 or 5 weeks, it's been canceled. And not on our end either. Like, we've really been like,
what
okay,
happened?
don't plan anything. I don't even know. I guess like something would come up. He would have to stay.
It's engineers or divas.
I guess the guy.
What's that supposed to mean, Joey?
See, there he goes, being a diva already.
It's like pizzaing before you French fried, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Let's hash fry.
If you pizza before you French fry, you're gonna have a bad time.
Bad time.
Well, and it's been fun because you come in the studio, and I've worked with you, and Joey's worked with you, and Tony and Ian.
Yeah.
It's always fun when you come into the studio because we never know what's gonna happen. And me and Joey, like Joey always jokes about how like working with you, and you're like, don't screw up or whatever. And so when me and you first started working together, I was just like, oh fuck, what if I screw up? What's gonna happen?
She's just bossy.
I am not. I'm just like, I mean, I try to stay focused on what we're working on, but I'm not.
I don't think she's bossy.
See, and that's the thing, guys. If you're listening to
you.
her voice, it's such false advertisement because you hear her voice and you're like, oh wow, she's got this great, anime voice. She's cute. She's adorable. Blah 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 blah. Whatever.
Blah 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 blah.
And then she sings and she blows your head off, and it's like, wait a minute here.
See, if we would have prepared a little bit, we would have said, would you mind playing something? But putting you on the spot's kind of a mean douchebag
I've got
move.
the cuts on the desktop here. I mean,
we do have some cuts, some pretty great stuff actually.
Yeah.
But not to put you on the
Burping
spot.
over here. Don't worry about me.
I was nervous over there for looking at you for a minute. I was like,
I mean, I've got literally.
Oh, listen.
I guess you could do if you're gonna pick one, you could do the one that I wrote.
Which one's that?
The live one we did here.
Oh, that really, 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 really good one.
Part of the process?
Yes. Yeah.
That is.
Do you guys want me to
absolutely-
play that?
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do, I'm not doing anything.
I don't think we've ever.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever played a pre-recorded.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever not either.
No.
Didn't we play your guys's? Yours and Ian?
No, Ian and
thought
I
so.
did a live thing.
Oh,
I
that's
see.
right.
I
Okay.
just want to say too, by the way.
Of course, this would be interesting because I don't think anybody's heard this song outside at all. So this would be the first time anybody would hear it if anyone else was listening besides you guys. So
So how do you feel about that? Are you okay with
I mean
it?
that's fine, but I just thought of it. I was like, wait a minute, we've put nothing of this up at all.
It's
You're right, we
beautiful.
really are secretive.
Yeah.
Very secretive.
I just want to say too, like Ian and I are probably like the worst like team ever when it comes to writing music. Like
Wait,
you and
for
Harley,
real?
you and Harley work really well together. Ian and I, it's not that we don't work well together, but we fucking hate each other. when we write
We don't
music
hate
together.
each other.
Well, do you
Oh,
want to set
man.
this song up and kind of give a little bit of the backstory, or is it too personal for you, or what?
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty personal song.
I think it speaks for itself.
Yeah. I won't say too much at this time. No comment.
No comment.
Well,
no
might I
comment.
add, this song was literally
Uh,
done in 2 takes.
I will say this though. Originally it was. I won't go into too much detail, but it was originally not even a song. It was just a message
Right.
that never got to be sent. And one day, Harley, we were sitting in the car, and we're just hanging out talking. We had the guitar, and so he's just playing around, messing around on it, and he's playing this little tune, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute, keep playing that, and he kept playing it, and he's like, I mean, it was like that. I was like, yeah, that sounds good. I like that sound, and I pulled my phone out, I'm looking through, and he's like, wait, what are you gonna read? I was like, just play it. Don't worry about it. Just play it. He's like, is it something that I wrote? I was like, no, actually, it's not. Like, I am terrible. I'm bad at writing things out. Like, for lyrics, I'm not a good writer for lyrics. But I've been actually trying to work on that. I've been trying to push myself to do better and just jot down. Joey, you actually helped me to write a little more down because you said just when you get something in your head, something that sounds neat, just
Well,
write it down. Just
Yeah,
put it down.
like very rarely when I write a song do I ever
Do it all at
Right.
once.
write it as a song. Usually it starts as just me writing down something and then you fit it into a song.
Yeah.
So like you write down what you're thinking and then rewrite it into a more song,
Yeah.
you know.
And that's
And
what
on
I've
this-
been trying to do more, and it's
Yeah.
it's
And
been
on this
helping.
track, this is where you really played the producer role
Yeah.
of just pushing Hope to get that performance. Because the first take was great. She's like, "Nah, you can do better." And then she did the second take, and that is everything that we're gonna hear here because she just nailed it.
Didn't really do much.
I still feel like
I mean,
I could do
yeah.
better in the
Yeah.
beginning, but the ending, I feel like I did well.
So yeah, I didn't do much, but except everything. The song is
I
great
don't want to
because
take
of
the
me.
credit, but
If you're
I'll
gonna, I mean, if you're gonna credit me, you might as well give me all the credit.
So you guys ready to hear this track?
Nope.
Yep.
All right. Song's called "The Process."
Just so you know, it still hasn't been that much time. Given the fact that we were together for so long. So if things haven't settled in yet, or don't seem as well as you like for it to, that's okay. That's okay. It's all a part of the process. That's okay, baby. That's okay. It's all a part of the process. I think it's only been 5 months. So of course it's still going be quite the change. Maybe starting new chapters in our lives, but we're still picking up the pieces from this one. And that's okay. That's okay. It's all a part of the process. That's okay, baby. That's okay. It's all a part of the process. So don't stress yourself about it. It's a crazy situation either way, but all I can say is what's been helping me most is doing what I love to be happy. That's okay. Focus on what you want. Baby, that's okay. I know you'll get to where you wanna go if you try. I've seen what you can do when you put your mind to it. That's okay. That's okay. It's all a part of the process. That's okay, baby. That's okay. It's all a part of the process. And that's okay. That's okay. It's all a part of the process. That's okay, baby. That's okay. It's all a part of the process.
Well, that was awful.
Yeah.
It was such a great performance, though. being in
Super
the studio.
underwhelming.
Yes.
I was expecting, like, you hyped it up too much.
Whatever. You know it was awesome because after that take, you like freaked out.
Dude,
It was
Very-
kind of funny because
you
you
were very
didn't
proud of
immediately
her.
say something like you did now, right when it was done, which I was surprised at. I'm like, Joey, What's-
What are you thinking?
That-
What's going on in your head?
what happened?
I
What,
think-
what went wrong?
I don't always instantly react to things. I did that one time that we were recording in here, though.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that was awesome.
We won't
though.
play that one because that's one of my messes.
So
I
I'm
mean,
like,
it was fun.
That
though.
was such a priceless reaction, though, too. Because the minute she finished singing her
Yeah.
part, you were like, yeah!
you like picked her up. It was
It was
funny.
so it was so great because like I could see him like when I hit the right note because you said okay go keep it up keep going with it like don't bring it back down
Yeah.
and when I went through that time and I did it and you were hoping I would do it right and then when I did you're like containing yourself until the recording was done and then when it was done you jumped up and gave me a big hug.
Yep. So while we're listening to this, I'm looking at the chat and I see this sucks. And at first I thought it was somebody else, and then I realized it was Joey. So I said, "Huh?" question mark when I didn't realize it was him. And then I was like, "Quit being a bitch note." And then he said, "Play some Slayer."
I didn't realize. I mean, I can't see it. I didn't know it was Joey until you said that. But as soon as you said it sucks, I'm like, wow, it sounds like something Joey would say.
Uh-huh. Well, because it's Cap'n Milk, and I was thinking it was Mike that was on there singing. I was like, I'm gonna kick some ass. Like, that's not cool. I mean, I still could try, but
Head him off with the ankles, Heather. You'll have better luck
Right.
that way.
that's right. Did you just call me an ankle biter?
What? No. Why would I say that?
Uh-huh.
Just
But that was
curious.
beautiful, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what other stuff you come out with, and definitely working
Well,
with you
I've got
too.
more stuff.
Well, we're working
Yeah.
on putting together another show.
Right.
Well, we're doing a house show
Yeah.
in May. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Ian
too.
and I are super unprepared for it so far.
We are too, so don't worry about it.
But that's the great thing about a house show is like, you know,
It's
all
I mean,
fun.
I feel like it's gonna be more friends and people we
Right.
don't know. Like there'll be some people we don't know, but like
yeah.
it's a lot of different musicians, so it's like
Mhm.
everybody. It's so cool because it feels like it's a family. Whenever you get other musicians and they
Oh, yeah.
support you, and it's
Well,
just it feels so.
That's
good.
how like
Yeah.
the Michigan music scene is in general. Like it's such a big family is all it is. Everybody's super nice. I love Justin and the White Oranges.
Right,
Oh,
I
yeah.
do too.
Like I absolutely adore those guys. They're so
like as
friendly.
people, they're awesome, and as musicians, they're
my God.
awesome.
they're definitely like one of the most radio worthy bands that are not
Yes.
on the radio, but
Right.
definitely should be.
Like I honestly like, there's people like, I'll listen to certain things and I'll think, oh, that sounds cool, and I'll like it, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna like
Right.
listen to it every day. But like their stuff, I actually do listen to it almost every day. Like I'll have it on my shuffle, it'll
I
play
have
it.
them. I have them on my Spotify.
I just really enjoy it.
I
I
mean,
just really like the music.
After seeing him at Brentwood, man, sonically, it was just so cool too because
Yeah.
they had some of the coolest guitar textures. And I'm
Mhm.
like, I can get into this.
I like it. It pulls you in. I like their stuff.
Instrumentally, it's great. Lyrically, it's great. And
Yes.
like both him and Corey, a great
Yeah.
vocalist.
Mhm.
And I'm glad that they're doing like their like separate stuff
Yeah,
too. So
We
Justin,
should get them on the podcast.
you should.
I've been trying to,
Yeah.
but it's not always easy. But yeah, so like Corey's doing his own. Corey is the guitarist in, or no, is he bass? He's
Corey
he
is. I
plays
think he's
bass, I believe.
Is it
No,
bass?
the
No, I
tall
think
guy was
he's
the bassist, isn't he?
main-
Or
No,
are you mean
Justin
separately?
Wait.
Justin plays guitar. Or do they not have a bass player?
I don't
Yeah,
think
I
they have a bass player.
Anyway, Corey is a guitarist for the White Oranges that also sings a little bit in the
Yeah.
band, but he's going to be doing his
If
own.
you've actually seen them perform, Corey, he gets way into it when he's playing that guitar,
Oh, sure.
and it's wonderful to see.
And I always say vintage Oranges is if Justin is so drunk by the end of his set, he's forgetting his own words.
Right.
It's the best.
It is wonderful.
even have
but
to
it's great
be-
because like it still sounds good. So it's like they can't do wrong.
I don't have to be drunk to forget my lyrics.
Yeah. yeah.
Maybe I
think-
should try drinking to remember them.
Honestly,
That would probably help.
It kind of does. It's just,
I think
like if
my
you get a little buzz going, it just loosens you up a little bit, and then you're just like, it's fine. I got this.
I love
This part of the podcast brought to you by AA.
I think it's great. It is great to have a couple drinks like on stage and stuff, as long as you don't get too carried away. Unless that's just your band style. I just burped in the microphone.
Also,
Apologize.
Justin, you need to release a record.
Like an actual record.
Yeah. Yes.
They're expensive to print.
I know, but he said he was hoping to do one at some point. He said
They
he
should
will. It's
definitely.
just, it's the money process for it,
Maybe
but
we
they're
should do
working on it.
a show for him.
But I keep like every now and then I'm like, hey, so when you
When
put
you
out
can
that
do that.
record?
Well, I know a guy who has a studio, so I mean,
Right.
just
And don't you
toss it
have like
out.
a deal with somebody who does the mastering?
Yeah, I actually have a really cool guy who does some mastering stuff. He's down in Lansing. Lisa probably knows him. But no, it's great because he'll literally mix a whole record for, I think it was 50 or $100.
Yeah.
And I've listened to his masters and it's incredible because it was funny. I actually did a recording gig and sent the pre-mixed stuff that I had done. And he did the masters and I was like, this is great. So I brought the masters back to the client and the client was like, well, we kind of want to change some things. So of course I have to go back to the mix part of it, change the mix and then send it back to the masters. And the guy's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, this is what the client wanted.
Was it blues?
Huh? No,
Oh.
no.
Okay.
But it was funny. He's like, your mixes are on par. And it's great to hear that from another professional in the industry, especially somebody that masters that stuff. Because I mean, these guys are like head and shoulders above what they're doing because they're literally, isolating specific frequencies and then bringing everything up to a common level on the record. And I'm like, wow, that's cool to hear. And he's like, I don't know why they want to do this because your mix was great the first time around. So yeah, it was kind of cool. But yeah, I got the email. I want to say his name is Jim, but he's been in the industry for 30, 40 years.
Can you hand me those flyers we just got, Heather?
Oh yeah.
We'll talk a little bit about these for a second.
The bookmark
The
tickets.
bookmark tickets.
When you say the name, say it as 80s sounding as you possibly
I'm
can.
gonna not. I'm not gonna do that.
He's over there dropping stuff.
I had it
All
all
right.
organized.
So we just got these flyers in. The event page is not up yet, but it will be within the next couple of weeks, hopefully.
I just realized something. These are all numbered.
Are they numbered?
Yeah, look at
Sick.
them.
I didn't even know they were going to do that.
I
Yeah.
didn't know either. They just did.
So we just got our tickets and flyers in for Super Laser Overdrive Volume 1, which is our 80s themed party that will be April 27th. Tickets are $8. Doors will be open at about 7 p.m.
Where's that event being?
That's going to be at Fisher Hall.
Yeah.
At 613 South Main Street, Frankenmuth, Michigan, 48734, if you need the postal code for some reason.
What kind of show is it, Joey?
I just said it's 80s theme party. I will be DJing all the best.
What kind of ages are allowed there?
80s, all ages are allowed.
Wow.
Also, alcohol is permitted, so
BYOB.
BYOB.
And proceeds.
Proceeds, right? Correct.
Some of the proceeds.
Some of the proceeds are going to the Relay for Life,
Team Iron Man.
Team Ironman, Relay for Life
Mhm.
stuff to help.
Cancer Society.
Yeah, that's the one.
You really suck at this, Joey.
I do.
Wow.
I'm also sick, so fuck you.
So,
Well, I take every opportunity I can to kick a guy when he's down.
But if you like our flyers and tickets, I designed them myself. They're quite awesome.
he's patting himself on the back as we speak.
I am. Have you seen these?
But we
folks?
did
Yeah.
They're
Heather
like
showed me 'em
bookmarks,
earlier.
man.
They're huge.
That's
They
what she
are
said. She's
huge.
like, when you're done with it, you can use it as a bookmark. So
I so want one of those to put in my favorite book.
the tickets. Which one?
I don't care. I mean, they're numbered tickets, so that's just cool.
I would have been sold if there was a laser cat on there, but there's not.
Oh,
so
why is there not a laser
I'm a
cat?
little disappointed.
Whoa, you go fuck yourself.
And this is how we communicate all the time.
But what else is going to be happening at the party?
We got karaoke contests.
80s karaoke?
We got, well, yeah, obviously.
Some people might not know that.
We'll have a area set up for photos, for pictures.
Yep.
We are going to have a costume contest because it is a costume party. So wear your best 80s attire. If you can dress like a character from the 80s or dress
Like you're 8 from the
if you
80s.
if you're old as shit and you were there, you can just dress how you dressed.
Some Aquanet in the
Wow,
hair.
really? You're gonna make fun of the guy that's bald that used to have hair down to his ass?
Basically,
Wigs.
just make that hair just
Huge
just
with
make it
some neon
huge.
stuff in
We gotta continue what we
Some
were working
colors.
on too, because that would be fun to perform that for.
I'm just gonna be Sam Kennison. That's all there is to it.
Right,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
you need a wig.
Definitely need some wigs.
Goodwill.
Gross.
But yeah, so that will be a lot of fun. I think there's going to be like a 50-50 raffle, and the proceeds, half of the proceeds will be going towards the Relay for Life.
Also, Sweet Tooth Bakery will be there.
Yeah.
I think they're making 80s themed like goodies.
so
Are they
that's
doing
cool.
like cupcakes?
Yep.
So make sure you go over there and spend some money on sweets.
Yeah, because 25% of the money that they make at the show will be also going towards the Cancer Society. So all in all, it's a win-win. It's fun, and we're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
And if you
And
guys,
And you know, if you just like cancer, then don't show up.
I was just gonna say, if you guys like cancer, don't come out to the show and show your support.
For not... I can't.
I feel
No,
like
I'm
you
just-
went downhill.
Listen, I'm
after-
not saying you're a bad person if you don't show up. I'm just saying you probably like cancer if you don't show up.
We're not assuming, but we're heavily implying that that's
I cannot neither
probably-
confirm nor deny that this is what they're
Conform.
implying. can't conform either.
You know what sounds good right now? One
Also
of those
can't commit to
sandwiches.
Sandwiches, some of the sub that
We still
was
have
bought.
sub.
I'm gonna get one after. Can you get that out?
Where's that intern at? Oh, there he is.
Go.
Hey,
Hey,
right here
Ron,
by me.
get
AA
the
Ron.
sub.
I don't want one right now, but I'm gonna want one after the show.
So speaking of AA Ron,
What is there?
there's two different
There's
ones.
American and there's Italian.
American.
Markin.
Merc.
Wait, what's
So-
on the American one?
Yeah, stuff.
Not spices. Or the other one has like spice on it.
It's got oregano and yumminess.
I know
What kind of meat? That's the important.
I don't
thing.
know.
Talk to the intern.
Turkey,
That's
ham.
what he doesn't get paid for.
Just the American one's fine.
Yeah.
Fuck.
There you
Carried it out
go.
of the
There you go.
store.
God
But,
damn.
but speaking of AA Ron, he got a sweet new tat, his first tattoo,
True.
Still shame.
to show his type 1 diabetes in
Did he-
case.
Where did he get it yesterday?
You just got
Yeah.
a big dick. Obviously.
No, that's not what happens. This is my
Right when
godson's
he
got
leaves
that.
the room. I can't even
Right.
deny it.
No, it was actually pretty cool because he got type 1 diabetes. So if ever, God forbid, something happens to him,
He got hashtag sugar free tattooed on it.
I thought it was Captain Sugar Free that you were
Captain
calling
Sugar.
him.
Captain Sugar Free.
So, but yeah, it actually looks pretty cool.
Now you and Aaron are getting matching tattoos, right, Adam?
Adam hates needles. Go figure. Well, I would hate him too if I,
I
had to
hate
use them
needles
all
too,
day.
but I love getting tattooed. It's like a completely different thing.
You know, I was told that recently too.
It's actually like I find it really relaxing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it is.
To the point where when I went to the dentist and they were cleaning my teeth, I was like, that noise makes me want a tattoo because it sounds like a tattoo gun. So yeah, which I was
Honestly,
supposed to get one.
Do you have any tattoos?
No, I personally, I freak out too much about commitment.
Mhm.
So you're saying you have commitment issues?
Yes, no.
Welcome to the
I
show.
don't want it in here.
But like, no, I mean, you're
No, I don't
stuck.
want you
What
to-
you
I just
choose,
meant
you're
get it
stuck
out.
with forever, and that I wouldn't be able
Thank
to
you.
even make a
Appreciate
decision
it.
at that point. So I'm just like, nah. I mean, it costs money anyway, so I'm just like, nah. Seems like too much.
So you're saying if we could possibly get a tattoo artist in here and you'd have to make a decision, you'd get a tattoo, right?
Not in here. It's not clean. Like I always
We can do
get-
it remotely, damn it. Shut up.
I freak out about house tattoos, like
Oh,
going
Join
to
us
never.
people's
next time
houses.
when I.
No,
Uh-uh.
see, I've got one house tattoo, and like never again.
No.
I will
I'm
never.
not saying that some of them are not
Mhm.
good artists, but the cleanliness behind it, I don't
I won't
trust.
do it anymore.
Nope.
Trust me. Don't get any more house tattoos. That's fine. I'm just saying, like the first one's always like that though. The first one's always like some house tattoo that you get,
Mine
that-
wasn't.
you know. And this isn't any less important to me because it's a house tattoo. It's
Right.
just, you know, like I'd never get it covered. You know, even though it looks like shit. But
I'm just a germaphobe, so that's why I freak out about
Right.
stuff like that.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I really don't want to be getting a tattoo in the kitchen where you just cut up your chicken.
you're taking a big risk.
I don't know.
You know,
That's just me.
you're taking a big risk because you're in somebody's living space. You know,
Right.
like you go to a tattoo shop, they're required to have it clean to
Right.
keep their license. You know,
Yep.
to keep doing it. So
Yeah.
you know, you
Yep.
can you can almost always count on it being clean and a safe environment.
Yep.
And, you know, plus it's a cool experience. Like
Yeah.
that to me is half the experience of getting a tattoo, is going and sitting in the chair and just talking and enjoying the atmosphere.
Hearing
of
that
the
little
whole thing.
Voodoo Tattoo is actually a pretty cool place if you haven't been there.
I have not been there.
I think Angelo's the one that did my cousins and did my sisters too.
When's Cody coming back in town?
I don't know, but I'm trying to get him on the show, and he said that he would come on the show, but he's got to balance his shows and stuff that he's doing.
He's super busy.
He's
Yeah.
Like,
crazy good.
He's going all over the state, like, and all. I think out of state even.
I was
Yeah.
going to say,
To-
didn't he go to the Inkslingers convention?
Yeah, he goes all. He's like won so many of those competitions.
His,
Oh, yeah.
his portraits are amazing.
Yeah.
I feel fortunate enough to have gotten a Cody Reed tattoo before he got.
Was
Cody's
that, is that
incredible.
Deadpool?
Yeah, that's my Deadpool
Yeah.
tattoo.
Nice.
Yeah, his like he'll do like a October kind of. I think it's in October. Well, he'll do like a where you could win a tattoo
Yeah,
from him.
so he'll do like different like horror movie and like movie monster
Mm-hmm.
portraits, and like he'll have like a really really sweet deal during October for like all these like famous movie monsters.
Nice.
But also, if he just comes up with an idea that he wants to tattoo on somebody, he'll like give them like a really sweet deal. He's like, hey, if you let me put this on you, I'll do it really cheap. So
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
Cody's always been cool.
Yeah, I'd like to post some of his stuff on our page too, because I mean, like I said, his portraits are amazing. The first one that I think I ever seen of his was actually the Angelina Jolie one,
Ooh.
where she's I can't even say it. I can't even talk tonight.
Maleficent.
Thank you. That one.
Oh, that
It is
was a good
amazing
movie.
looking.
I-
Yeah. So I'm very, very, very impressed with him. So
Favorite
Okay.
Disney villain? Favorite actress is perfect.
see, there you
She
go.
did a
your
wonderful
favorite
job.
actress is Angelina Jolie.
It is. I don't care. I don't care what you have to say.
I don't care what you. I'm more of a
She's just
ScarJo
like-
guy myself, but
You're a
Oh,
what?
no,
Like
no.
I have a lot of
Scarlett
like
Johansson.
actresses and actors
Really?
that I like, but like I just
She's one of your favorites.
well, I think the first thing that I actually like saw her in was Tomb Raider, and that was my idol.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I was
so-
like,
of course.
Well,
You're
it's Tomb
awesome.
Raider. Come on. Tomb
right,
Raider's
she's
the
playing
shit.
Tomb Raider, and she did a great job. And I was like, oh, cool. Oh yeah, there's a new Tomb Raider coming out, and
I cannot wait to see
and I was okay. I was like, okay, cool, Tomb Raider, but it's not Angelina Jolie, and I'm also I'm just thinking like I don't
Well,
know how to
she's
feel
old as
about
shit,
this.
so
Yeah.
She's still looking fine. Okay, so
Okay.
don't
gonna
you
be a
diss on Angie? Okay.
I don't know. I never liked her face.
What is one of your what's one of your favorite actresses?
I just said Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, that's right.
Mila Jovovich,
Oh yeah, from
The Fifth Element.
mhm.
Do you guys have a favorite actor?
Hugh Jackman.
Yes, that's mine too. Hell yeah, Wolverine.
Man, that's a hard question.
I don't know about my favorite actor, but my favorite actress is Sandra Bullock.
Here's the thing: is Hugh Jackman is the legit deal. He's
He
not
can do everything,
right. He can sing, he can dance, he can
amazing.
act. I
and
mean,
he's like a good person,
right.
and it's wonderful.
Any interview you ever seen with him.
Has a man crush on him.
Look, I'm
He
just
will
saying, if I
always
have a
tell
There's
one,
a lot of
pop-
guys that have a man crush on him. Okay,
I'm just saying,
all right.
if
all
I have
right.
a one get out of jail free card, Hugh Jackman's it. That's all I'm saying.
So you want him to come pick you up and get you out of jail?
It's not gay if it's a three-way.
Oh, but who's the third one?
One time at band camp.
I think Adam's like trying to get you to bring him in
No.
on this threesome.
Yeah, you want it on threesome? Cool.
You know, my favorite actor. Speaking of somebody that can do it all, Gary Oldman. is
Oh
probably my
God, I love
favorite
Gary
actor.
Oldman. Yes, another Fifth Element.
Fifth Element.
Yes.
What else
See?
was he in?
He was Commissioner Gordon in the Dark Knight.
Oh yeah,
Bram
okay.
Stoker's Dracula.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
oh yeah, yeah.
He was Sid Vicious in Sid and Nancy.
That
Yep.
was actually
He's a good
I
act-
liked
he's a
that
good
movie.
It was a good movie.
What was it? 12 Monkeys he was in?
I think so. Here, I'll bring up.
So many
I'll
What
bring
was
up,
the one
I'll
where he
make
was
it
like the
easy.
Rastafari and blind guy?
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
right?
I think that might be it.
Or was that Strange Days?
Hold on. I'm gonna
Oh,
cheat a little.
Adam
bit here.
said Sean Connery is awesome.
Hot shingles.
Sean
you say.
Connery.
Sean
Hot
Connery.
shingles, you say?
I like Sam Elliott.
"Oh, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy."
Yes.
You guys ever
Try saying
watched
that 3 times
SNL
fast.
with the guy playing Sean Connery?
The Book of Eli.
Your mother. That's what your mother said
Oh.
last night.
Let's
Let's
hit now.
now.
To the Jeopardy one.
He was Sirius Black too from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's such
He's
a
so
chameleon.
versatile.
Yeah. He's a chameleon. Like
You know, he actually had to take was it vocal or speech to relearn his original accent
yeah.
because he was so into each one of these characters that he forgot his original accent because he was such a method actor.
That's crazy.
Dang.
Oh yeah.
It's
But
really
he was-
interesting what actors do
he
to
was-
get into a role.
Right.
The bad guy in the Book of Eli as well.
Oh
I've never
yeah, I
seen
love
that
him in
one.
that.
He's such a great
You've never
bad
seen
guy.
the Book of Eli?
Nope, I've not seen it.
It is good.
I'll have to watch
Come
it.
on,
You should watch
Denzel
it.
Washington, Gary Oldman. I mean, really?
I've not seen it. So sue me.
Get out.
Denzel's
Nope.
another good actor that I really like.
After we watch Aladdin, we're watching the Book of Eli.
And I have Monty Python and the Holy Grail with
Oh
me too.
should-
my
we
god!
We should watch that after the podcast.
I,
Yeah.
we really should. I think that's a great idea.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Adam's not seen it either, so
You're in for a fucking treat, my friend.
that's what yep. You can all sit on the couch and eat subs in front of me.
We all the knights will say.
Oh yeah. What is your favorite color?
I'm not dead yet.
Bring out your dead. Yes.
She turned me into a newt. A newt? Well, I got better.
So good.
Oh man.
So dumb, but so
That's
good.
probably my favorite part. Is the witch.
Yeah.
She's a witch. Burn her. Burn her anyway.
Did you see that one that I shared with Game of Thrones? And
Yes.
oh god, that was hilarious.
A newt.
Go away. or
I
I'll
shall taunt you a
again.
second time.
So Adam's turned me on to Invader Zim, which I've never seen before.
Oh my god.
So now I'm just like
Invader Zim is the shit.
impersonating girl all the time. I got
fucking
chocolate bubble gum.
Really, really don't like that show.
Really?
Yeah, never
I've
got
never
into it.
seen it.
I actually
What about
like
Red
it.
Dwarf?
I
You like Red
I
Dwarf?
do like Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf is hilarious.
Jeff says hi, all late to the show.
I find
Hi,
the
Jeff.
most. I find the thing I probably
Hello.
quote the most is SpongeBob.
Really
Yeah.
of all things.
4 hours.
Well, that one I always
It's
do.
so it's probably the most quotable, other than Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Probably like the most quotable show of all time.
Pull pin and count to twice.
After this, you got to introduce him to Life of Brian.
Oh,
You know what?
God.
I've not actually watched that one.
No, see what we need to do is we need to go back to the old PBS broadcast stuff for
Always look on the bright side.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy with Zaphod Beeblebox.
That was pretty good. I liked that movie.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Required reading.
Is that 42? The meaning of life?
I did
Never forget your towel.
I did a play in high
Don't
school.
forget to bring a towel.
I did a play in high school that was a version of a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It was called The High Schooler's Guide to the Galaxy,
Nice.
and it was a good. I don't know if they
Oh, yeah?
still do it at Caro, but
Hmm.
it's Swarthout. Shout out to drama.
Pause.
Drama. That was for the dramatic effect. That's
Uh-huh.
why.
Yeah. See,
See,
Just
I was
talking
in
about-
I
Is
was
that
in
your
drama.
best
Or-
impression of Captain Kirk?
I'm not doing any impressions right now because of my fucking nasally ass fucking voice.
See, I used to get picked, well, not picked on, but kind of about being in debate and theater class. But because I was in it, I got to get out of Mrs. Rife's English, and apparently hers is evil. Yeah.
Rob, do you
Aaron
think
knows. AA Ron knows.
I do
Hey,
not know
Rod!
the English.
I do English, but I didn't want to take her damn class because they were just like, people were wearing shirts that said, I survived Rife's class. Fuck that.
Wow.
No.
Oh,
It,
wow.
it became a movement.
I guess. I wanted one that said I survived folks class because she used to throw shit. Like I watched an eraser go flying by my head just to try to get the kid behind me, like
Did
in the
you-
back.
Hope, did you have Mr. Branding?
Yes.
Wasn't
yes,
he the
I did.
best?
He was awesome.
Just the best.
He was so cool.
He's like the vice principal now, right?
I think so, yeah.
Good for him. He deserves it.
right. He was cool.
Nice guy.
All I can
Very,
think of is
very
the
nice.
Jeffersons, moving on up.
Have you talked to Mr. Branding before?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of. Your kids are missing out that he's not a teacher anymore because his
Yeah.
oral communication class was,
It was
fun.
so awesome.
No, my
was
kids
so
are missing
fun.
out because they're not doing their damn homework.
That's
I
yeah.
seen the grades today. I did see that. I'm just like,
He made us
Do you wanna be a
watch,
paperweight or do you
Who's
wanna
on
be
First,
something?
That skit,
Right.
like Abbott and Costello,
Yep.
that skit. He made us watch Who's on First, and I was like,
So-
this- I've seen it before that, but like I was like, this is awesome.
So
Heck yeah.
I had his class, and Colin had his class the year before me, and so we had to do the radio broadcast, and the two girls that I got partnered with didn't do a fucking thing
Oh,
on it. Colin and I wrote the entire thing and recorded it. I edited the whole thing using Audacity.
oh god,
And,
I've used that.
Nice.
Fucking Colin and I saved that whole project.
nice. Oh man.
I hated getting paired up with people. Like in
Was
general.
that the
hated
the
it.
radio thing? Is
Yeah,
that
the
what we
radio
did?
broadcast,
Yeah, we
yeah.
did that too. That was actually I had fun with
It was,
that.
yeah, I had fun because Colin was there to help me save it. Yeah.
To me, that should be required reading, whether It's Abbott and Costello. Most importantly, though, it needs to be the Three Stooges because you can learn so much from the Three Stooges.
You can.
Yes. Come on, they have the one show where they talk about the vowels, and then the other show with plumbing. I mean, come on, Curly manages to put himself inside of a whole entire, tub full of nothing but bent piping, which is hilarious. And then you learn how to eat clam chowder, where you're putting pepper on a clam that's actually in the clam chowder. It's great. Look it up. I'm telling you, it's
Now
funny
I
as hell.
know what's
The more
wrong
you
with
know.
you.
But that I like the Three Stooges.
Yeah. Now I know what's going on up there.
I learned so much from the Three Stooges. I'm telling you, YouTube that
It's
stuff.
probably fairly accurate too.
No.
There
There we go. There we go.
Zoidberg.
Why not Zoidberg?
Zoidberg, yeah. Futurama's awesome. I love that show.
I have
Watch
seen that.
Three Stooges. You'll get an education.
I say watch Mr. Rogers
Yes.
if you want to
Mr.
educate.
Rogers
Aren't they
is the
doing?
shit.
Aren't they doing a movie about Mr.
They're-
Rogers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tom
they-
Hanks
I
is
heard
playing
about
Mr.
that.
Rogers.
I
Oh,
can
Tom
see it.
Hanks is?
I can see
Yeah,
it.
Tom
Yeah,
Hanks.
I like
I can
him.
see that.
Okay, that would probably be my favorite actor, actually. I've
Tom
seen
Hanks
the.
is pretty cool.
No, he's awesome.
He
Heather, that
is.
was so 10 minutes ago.
Whatever. I am now just with it. So deal and let me have my moment.
So, did you watch Castaway?
Yeah, I did. Wilson. Of course I did.
Forrest
No,
Gump.
but have you ever? Yes, I'm not gonna
course.
like impersonate everything.
You know who I saw in a movie just the other day because I've been sick and that's all I've been doing is watching movies.
And reading, breathing.
I saw John Cusack in a movie.
Being John Malkovich?
No,
Say anything.
no, it was it's a new movie on Netflix.
Oh.
It's called I don't even remember. I gotta look it up. It was pretty good. Didn't like the ending of it. I won't spoil it, but it was all right.
I remember
in
his old
almost every
movies.
movie John Cusack's been in. It's been
Also,
raining.
if I'm remembering the same correctly, William Dafoe, he's cool.
Ooh.
Why is he not playing the
Willem.
Joker
It's
yet?
Willem.
He's
Dafoe.
cool. I think he could. Have you? The first time I actually saw him in a movie was in Spider-Man, like the Tobey Maguire movies.
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
And when you watch like the scenes of him, doing the part where he's like talking to himself in the mirror,
Yeah.
it's all the personality of the
Green Goblin?
the Goblin, and he's did that in one take. That wasn't different takes. That
Right.
was one take, and that
Right.
I thought that was so cool because he's switching from characters so easily and fluidly, and he was so into it. And I
He
was like,
creeps
"Man,
me
you're
out.
awesome."
Have you
His
seen
face
Born on
creeps
the
me
4th of
out in
July?
that.
I like him. He's
Have you
cool.
seen Born on the 4th of July with Tom Hanks?
I have not.
You have to watch that movie because that's one of the movies that William Dafoe is in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's like a Vietnam vet that's just like staying down in like Tijuana, Mexico.
He's in Platoon as well.
Oh yeah, another great
Right.
movie. But no, I really want to know why Hollywood has not casted him as the Joker.
I think
Because
he
he's got
probably
that
could.
messed up grin.
I think he could pull it off just from playing the Green Goblin. Like
Right.
I can kind of see it. I think he could pull it off. Like.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
Yeah, I like Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe's pretty cool.
He creeps me out.
Boondock Saints.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
I've never
that's,
seen that
one.
either.
What?
I haven't. Neither has
I heard they
Adam.
were supposed to be coming out
See?
with a
That's
number
good.
3.
I see. So it's like such a big fucking troll because the way that the second one ends, you're like, you expect like, oh, they're gonna follow this up with another movie.
Spoilers.
Still waiting.
Oh.
What is it? Billy O'Connell is the dad.
Yeah.
He's such an epic badass. Dad's
Time
got to
for
go to
some-
work, boys.
Time for some gratuitous violence. Get your stupid fucking rope.
And what's the Mexican guy? I can never remember his damn name.
Romeo.
Romeo.
Wait,
Romeo's crying.
he
Look
holds-
at him. He's crying.
no, the Irish arms dealer, when he holds up his pistols, he's like, hey, do these make me look gay? And the Irish arm dealer's like, you look like you've seen one up close. Oh man, it's such a great.
It
I
is.
love-
I love both those movies.
Yeah,
A lot of people didn't like the second one, but those people are wrong. So
I love Boondock Saints too. It was a great movie.
All Saints Day.
Yeah,
Yep, never seen it.
I love it because it's like you definitely don't expect it to be as funny as it's going to be. Like, because it like especially the first one, like it starts like so dark,
Yeah.
And they are very dark movies
Oh yeah.
and very violent movies, but they're so fucking funny too. Like,
yeah. Well,
They were
when
there.
they're coming over on the ship and they're fighting, and he's like, "Oh,
Blood Money. That was the movie that I recently watched with John Cusack, by the way.
Oh
Okay.
gosh, is that older?
It's like
Something like that.
early 90s, isn't it?"
2017.
Yeah. I remember all like his older movies, like
It's 2017.
Say
Is it
Anything,
2017, really?
like Say Anything, Better Off Dead, Gross Point Blank. Those ones.
I like War Inc.
I think almost every single movie that he's in, his sister's in too. I swear.
John Cusack, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, he John Cusack wasn't in School of Rock, was he?
I don't know. School of Rock?
Yeah, with Jack Black.
Mm,
I don't think he was in that, was he?
no.
That was a
It's
good
funny
one.
watching Joan Cusack play a principal and uptight at that role she played was just hilarious.
The one that she plays in the Lemony Snicket too. Have you seen that yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Justice Strauss.
still need to finish that. The
Series of unfortunate
yeah,
events.
on Netflix.
I
Is it
like
It's
good?
it.
actually really good.
Is it?
Adam didn't like it. I liked it though.
I liked it a
He's
lot
just
better.
judgy wudgy sometimes.
I liked it a lot better than the fucking Jim Carrey one, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
See, now he liked the Jim Carrey one, I think, better.
I think they need to really redo a whole new movie based on
Redo.
I thought the television series was really cool. I mean, I kind of like the Jim Carrey one, but
I liked what's his name that plays Lemony Snicket. Everything he
Hughie
does.
Hauser.
Yeah, Neil
Everything.
Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
I thought he was great.
I'm talking about
Oh.
Lemony Snicket, the author, the narrator.
Oh,
yeah.
the one that Patrick,
Doink.
the one that Brian can impersonate.
Oh, Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, he's
No.
he's,
No,
he's
no, what-
shut the
Patrick-
fuck up.
Patrick Warburton.
Patrick Warburton. Yeah, that's it.
Everything he does is amazing.
The fact that he plays Kronk is incredible.
It's just, he's got such a great dumb voice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's Joe from Family Guy.
I love.
Hey, Peter.
Oh man.
That was pretty good. That's pretty good.
And I'm
Yeah,
sick.
it is pretty
so.
good.
You're sick.
It's
We need to get Brian back. That's what we need to do.
I know.
So we can get him in and
Yes,
do, you know,
Brian.
it's just like, you know, Dance Monkey, do your impressions.
He's so good at them though.
I know.
God dang.
That's what was great about doing tabletop with Brian is he always
He'd
would
get in
have.
character and he'd have
Oh,
the
yeah.
voice down and
Well, that's why I like DMing for Brian, because I do voices when I DM. And so I would do a voice and then he would respond with a voice.
I
That's
think
great.
one of my
oh, that
favorite
was always
ones
fun
that
playing D&D
he was
with
doing
him.
before he left was Screw Loose. He was the Russian.
Oh my
inventor.
gosh, that was so fun.
He did we did a game of Dread where he
Mm.
played a Russian.
Yes.
Did you play that?
I don't think I
Dread
did.
was so fun.
It was me, Brian, and I thought you, and then Colin was GMing
I don't think I
for
was-
Dread. We were on the fishing
Describe.
boat.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
Cth-
Oh, yeah,
Cthulhu-
that
the
one.
Cthulhu
Okay,
one?
yeah, the Cthulhu one.
When
Okay.
he snapped.
has a cat,
He
yeah,
snapped his cat's neck.
As soon as didn't he look in the water?
So he's
and he's
so
just like
so Brian was playing the Russian
putting it
first
out of
mate
his misery.
on this fishing
Oh
boat,
my
Okay.
god.
and he had this pet cat with him this whole time. And our ship ends up getting sunken by a giant Cthulhu monster,
Oh yeah.
and we are all on the life raft. Well, everybody except me, because I had sacrificed myself brave and boldly.
So nothing serious.
Right.
But
Mere flesh wounds.
Harley was there in the story, but he wasn't there to play, because Harley was a part of my whole. Because I wanted to have a gun, and so I'm like, so my whole reasoning behind why I had a gun was that I had brought Harley on this fishing trip to kill him.
Okay.
Oh
So
yeah.
I had a 6-shooter with me.
That's right. He wasn't really like always there. He was just kind of
Right.
on the side, and then
Yeah. So I ended up dying to save everybody. And so like while the ship is sinking, this big Cthulhu monster is in front of me, and I just pulled a 6-shooter and just start unloading into his face. But anyway, they're on this life raft, and Brian looks down like into the water, and he realizes like when he looks down, there's just a giant eye looking at them, and they're basically floating over this giant eye, and they like don't even take up the pupil of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so Brian just looks over, he looks up, grabs his cat by the neck, and just snaps its neck, and like
Yeah.
to like a mercy
Doesn't
kill.
he start singing or no?
I don't know. I know he loses his mind. Like he ended up going insane.
He does, but right there he's just petting his cat like it's still
Yeah.
alive after he breaks his. He's just
Yeah.
like,
He's so great.
yeah, he's pretty awesome.
Rex McDaniel says hi, Hope.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello there.
Yeah.
So, Brian, if you're listening, you need to get your butt back to Michigan so we can put you
For
on
sure.
the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Not just for that though. We miss you.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since we've seen him and heard from him. Bums me out.
Hey, Aaron, can you give me that water up there?
But you know, one thing I found out about Dread is
What?
I'm pretty damn good at Jenga.
Yeah.
That's what I found out as well. I was like, "Ah,
I
dang,
suck
this is
at
way
it.
better than
know-
rolling the dice.
You know what I found out from Dread is that Lydia gives no fuck.
She gives absolutely no fucks, but she is also pretty good at Jenga.
Yeah, you guys
and
both,
killing
right?
herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. And I also found out that Colin shows no mercy.
He does not.
And I don't really like that.
Colin's pretty brutal.
Yeah. It was pretty fun though. This is what we did while you weren't here.
Yeah, I know.
Ha.
I heard about it afterwards. I'm like, really? I go to make money and you guys are playing? Seriously?
course.
You suck.
Zach's great to play D&D with too, but the problem with Zach is he can't roll to save his life on anything.
oh.
Like he's really like probably the worst.
Oh man, I thought I was pretty bad at rolling.
No, Zach is.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could be bad at rolling dice.
Yeah.
I've always been a firm believer that it's just luck.
Did you see that memory I
I'm
shared a
bad at
couple
it.
of days ago with the dice and like, you know, the ones and the 20s?
Yeah. I've seen that before.
Right.
I've also punished my dice before too. so-
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Put them in
Right
the
in-
freezer
yeah, I
and be
was
like,
gonna
all
say,
right,
right in the
look, if you're not
freezer.
going to roll, I'm going to put your ass in the freezer.
And then
Yeah, I used to
smash
do
it with
that.
a hammer.
Oh my god, you guys are brutal.
I like my dice, but I will pick and choose. If they're being assholes, I've got different colors of the rainbow.
You can ask Colin. I have whipped dice like across the room.
Oh my
I'm over
god.
We were playing before, and I had opened his door and just threw my dice into the street. I was just so done. It was
See,
It'd
like,
be
I
funny if
punish-
somebody just happened to be walking by and it just fucking gets hit with a dice.
See, I unwillingly punished my dice because they were missing for so long.
Yep.
Not pointing any fingers.
And you notice since you've been playing with them, they've actually rolled really well.
They usually do.
Yeah.
Because I've got all girly dice. They're all pink and purple and blue and pretty, like unicorn poop, I would imagine.
I'm good.
I was told I picked out a Elsa die because it was like blue and shiny.
Yep.
That's not what I was thinking when I grabbed it, but I was like, huh.
Did you
yeah,
just look
that
at them
makes
straight in the
sense.
face and say, let it go? That's what I would have said and like did the neck cut thing.
I like to think the CSI Miami song would start playing after that.
Don't get fooled. by
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't do that right now, so I would have totally done it. But
Yeah. So, but there was something else too before. I know we've gotten like way off subject and gone every which way, which we normally do. So that's not anything new. But I was going to ask you too. I know that you are an artist as well. I just was wondering what other things that you kind of work on. You're not just a musician.
well, I mean,
Um,
artist is you're being nice.
Are you serious right now? Like, she's got some really great stuff.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to keep her
see.
humble.
I haven't thank you. But I guess more so recently I haven't really been focusing on drawing so much recently as I have been like crafting things.
Yeah, weren't you working on like that Avatar thing with the flying dog thing?
What?
I still want you to make me a Falcor,
Oh my gosh, that'd be awesome.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
just like a
you
big one to
mentioned
hang
that.
over my bed.
No,
You know, I thought about that. I was like, I wonder if he still wants one.
I do.
Because I probably could pull it off.
I just want a big Falcor to like watch me as I sleep, just to
Hell
watch
yes.
over me.
Don't you have like a DeviantArt page or something like that that they could look at? check out?
Yes. I think I literally just wrote my name. I think I literally just wrote Hope Lipe. I think
There you
that's
go.
all I put. I don't think I put.
We could
anything
share it. We can
fancy.
share it on the Facebook
Yeah,
page
we can
too
share it
later.
later. I haven't been on there in a little while.
So it's
But,
Hope Life,
yeah.
right?
Hope Life.
Yeah.
She
I think
makes
they
some
ended
pretty-
up putting Hope Light on my when I had to go get dressed for a wedding. They got the last name wrong, but it said Light, and I was like, damn, that sounds kind of freaking cool. I was
Hope
like,
Life.
maybe I'll just have that be my last name.
Well, the last project you were working on was, what was it, a Pokemon or something like that? You showed me pictures.
Oh
Poke-
yeah, I
did you
did
say
do a
Pokemon?
Pokemon.
God, you're so old.
Pokemon.
Pokemans.
Pokemon.
Tell me about the Pokemans. I don't get it. What's with this Pokemans Go?
What is with this Pokemon?
So he's in on us making fun of
Hey
him. That's
kid,
cool.
you want to do some weeds with me?
I do not partake in the weeds.
Yes, I did. Right when they were coming out with the new game with the Alolan Pokemon, I did Alola Vulpix and Ninetales, and I put those up. And it was when it was still like freshly coming out, so I was like, okay, two reasons. First, Ninetales is awesome, and then Alola form looks beautiful. So I was like, I want to make this just because I want to make it. And two, it's just coming out, so people will actually be searching it. They'll be looking for it.
The new games are just too
And
bad for
when
me
I
to play.
posted it on there, it was kind of crazy because I posted it pretty late. Like it was, I want to say like I put it up. I don't even think it was a weekend day. Like I put it up at like maybe like 10, and then I was staying up pretty late that night, and it was like 12:30 or like 1 in the morning when I ended up looking back on it, and I think it had like 100 like favorites, like people liking it, people asking me if I did commissions, and yeah, there was
You should
yeah.
have capitalized. You fucked up.
yeah, they were like, I will give you money for this. Like they were like,
With the amount of time that it takes to do something like that, you could probably have charged quite a bit of money for.
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
the
the
work
thing.
is
Like when you look
incredible.
up like what those normally are, like the I don't really know what to call the craft quotations of it, but yeah, they're I think it's the one of the biggest parts. These ones specifically weren't posable. They were my first ones to try to like, you know, really just make look good was my main thing I was going for. So that they could stand and not topple over.
Right.
But I mean, I was pretty proud of them. I thought they looked pretty
They
good,
look
and when I
awesome.
put them
Yeah.
up, you know, a lot of people seemed to really like them. And yeah, people were just like, please tell me when you're gonna make commissions. And they're like, I'll give you money. Like I think somebody was just like, I will give you 400 straight up for the one. I'm just like,
Wow.
oh my god,
That's
I
awesome.
didn't even put a price.
I would like one
I
of
didn't
the
say anything.
one of those little like bird things from the new Star Wars movie. Those things are cute.
Yeah, actually, that wouldn't be
Do you
too
think
hard
they're
to
cure?
make.
They're actually cannibals.
They
Oh
are,
yeah,
but
I
they're
actually
so
heard
cute.
some. They're kind of
Yeah.
weird.
Let's not get technical. Just let me have this one too.
No.
But yeah, so
I just-
basically, I make little figure things. They're usually made out of like wire stuffing for some clay, and they can be posable. But it's like a little plushie, but it looks more realistic,
Yep.
and you can pose it and stuff.
They're really cool.
So
Very cool.
yeah, I
And
gotta.
you know who the best Pokemon is? Psyduck.
You like Psyduck.
Psyduck is the best.
Psyduck
Pokemon.
is pretty great.
I just can't stand the new Pokemon. Like I just can't get into it. Like there's first of all there's so many now,
Right.
and like there's such ass ideas that they're like there's a fucking Pokemon that's just a set of keys. Like it's
Yeah,
retarded.
There's
Like
a
it's actually
chandelier.
yeah. It's like they're just literally running out of stuff to fucking
There's
make into
garbage.
Pokemon.
There's one of garbage.
I'm
It's
just
literally
like,
just
what
trash.
else can we? What
Wow,
else
that
can we
literally
do?
it's
quickly.
literally trash.
It is
Like,
literally trash. Like you're not calling it trash. It is trash.
well,
Like,
it's trash, but it's also trash. Like
yeah. Oh man.
it's like I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
miss the
did
old
think that
days of
too.
Pokemon.
Right.
You know?
Like I thought that too. I was like, yeah, I do feel like sometimes they're running out of ideas, but sometimes they have a good one every now and then where
You know-
it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like they came out with an actual wolf one, and it has
Like,
it looks pretty cool.
I'm
It
not
actually does
I'm
look
not
good.
a purist when it comes to a lot of things, but Pokemon I'm definitely a purist for like the old school.
See, that's why the 80s
do
cartoons
really
were so superior. Because you had Voltron, He-Man, Masters of the Universe, G.I. Joe, Transformers. You've not had cool cartoons since then.
SpongeBob, go fuck yourself.
SpongeBob's gay.
There's-
I had Ren and Stimpy, damn it.
Yep. Ren and Stimpy.
Just saying.
There's a few cartoons out there that are actually like good.
The Fairly Odd Parents was awesome.
I like the Angry
Oh,
Beaver
yeah.
show.
I trump you with Beavis and Butthead.
I can see.
I
I
can
can
fight.
fight.
Oh, man.
Rocket
Oh,
Power was
man.
sick.
I'm
Angry
saying-
Beavers.
Liquid Television, MTV.
That shit was weird.
I fucking loved Liquid
I mean,
Television.
yeah, I did too, but it was fucked up. Head or what was that one? Where the cartoon with the big fucking head, and there was something inside of like.
Max
Oh,
Headroom.
no, you know,
No.
you know, it was really good. It was Real Monsters too.
Oh yeah. See,
Yeah.
I think I
liked
watched
that.
that,
Cow and
but
Chicken.
I don't remember much.
I didn't really like
of
Cow and
it.
Chicken, but Real
I love
Monsters
Cow and
was
Chicken.
good.
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny,
Bravo,
Bravo was
yes.
awesome. I
Hey, baby.
loved it. Oh my god, I loved it so much. You know, if you go back and
Samurai
watch it,
Jack.
you notice certain. Yeah, that was good
The
too.
Tick.
But you notice certain things that were meant for like the parents watching it to
Right.
laugh at too, and you pick up on that now. But like as a
Ooh,
kid, some of it
Courage.
just went.
Courage
Yeah,
the
Courage the
Cowardly Dog.
What was the
Yeah.
one with the ghost? The
Ghost. Oh,
What?
God dang
he
I know
had
what
like
you're
a talk show.
Are you talking about Casper?
No.
it.
God, I can't remember. The
Oh, you.
Was he like a little
He wasn't
blue
an
ghost?
actual ghost. You're talking about like he looks
Is
like
it the
Batman.
Space
monster
Ghost?
thing,
Space Ghost.
Yes.
or-
Space Ghost. was good.
Even
Harvey
Adam's
Birdman,
getting that.
attorney at law.
yes.
That show. Frisky Dingo.
Don't remember.
Boosh. It was like the gateway to Archer, essentially.
Archer is
I
wonderful.
I
Space
can't
Ghost,
watch
the gateway
Archer.
drug.
You can't.
I can't watch Archer because I hear Bob's Burgers and like
You gotta watch
Oh,
Archer.
it's
but
so
it's so-
hard.
But
No,
it's so
no, Ar-
good.
I
He's
love Bob's
such
Burgers,
an
but Archer
asshole.
is like a
Like
thousand.
no,
times
like I
better.
imagine that it is, but you see this guy dressed up in this suit and everything, and then you just hear Bob from Bob's
Yeah, no,
Burger.
but
It's
he's
so hard.
he's way better
It's-
as Archer than he is
Yes,
as
yes,
Bob's.
yes. I agree.
Because he's such a fucking dick.
He is, but it's wonderful because he's like you can't help but like his character.
What's
you
that?
really,
It's
you really,
hilarious.
you're like, why am I rooting for Archer? He's literally the worst person ever.
There's that other one that's
He's
kind of
so
similar
funny,
to
though.
those kind of cartoons, and it's like, is it C Lab or C?
Oh yeah, you're talking about what is it? C Lab 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's freaking hilarious. I like that one.
That's a good
Anyway,
one.
I think it's just me, maybe. Okay.
What is it? What's the one with the shake and the fries and the meatball?
Ooh, Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
yes.
Oh yeah, that one's I love that
Carl.
show.
Carl is the best.
Don't
Carl
you-
and Shake are my two favorite. You'll notice that like my favorite character in every show
What
is
about
always the biggest
Meatwad?
asshole. I hate Meatwad. Meatwad annoys the
Can you
piss
do
out
the
of me.
voice?
Meatwad is the shit.
I can't do his voice.
Shake.
What about
Fry Lord's cool too.
Squid
but
Billies?
Yeah,
I
he's
didn't like
pretty-
Squidbillies.
Really?
No, I never got into Squidbillies. but-
Robot Chicken?
Oh,
I like
Robot
Robot
Chicken's
Chicken.
pretty funny.
I just like that one. It's my lord. Stormtrooper. My
Stormtrooper.
lord. Stormtrooper.
I do like I like their Star Wars ones probably the most.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're really funny. Like people are like, "Robot Chicken's stupid," but it's like, yeah, it's stupid, but
I
it's
like
also really clever too.
I
Like,
mean,
it's-
honestly, yeah,
some really
it kind
clever
of
stuff.
is. I like it.
The
I
He-Man
enjoy it.
carpool with Skeletor.
for all of the like
Yeah.
for all of like the sex and like shit jokes that they tell, like there's also some really clever stuff in there.
The Skeletor ones are funny.
It
Oh,
has-
Skeletor
oh,
is
man.
probably the greatest thing ever created.
He-Man.
Mar!
Ooh. I just want to take a minute because I know that Frex McDaniel said hi to you, but he also just subscribed. So I just want to say thank you.
Gracias,
Oh,
senor.
sweet.
For-
Is that Tanner?
Yeah. Yeah.
yes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yep. So thanks for subscribing.
Thank you for subscribing.
But I think we're winding down now.
We are at that time.
I think we've gone longer than we usually do.
9:55.
Time to bust out the Red Bull.
It's time to bust out the Red Bull and
Time to
watch
get
Monty
crazy.
Python.
Time to go eat
See?
some subs and watch some Monty Python. Damn it!
But I just want to thank you guys all for listening and making us a part of your weekly, day-to-day life. Whatever.
Or whatever. You opened up so well, and then you ended so.
Closing is
mushy
horrible.
shit.
You're phoning it in, man. You're phoning it in.
But you know, I'm gonna sign off like I usually do. Don't forget to do all that social media shit.
Join us at Super Laser Overdrive.
Yeah, volume
80
1,
party. 80 party.
80 party.
80 party. I can't even talk.
80s party. Now, don't forget to do all that social media crap, like, subscribe, favorite, do the notifications, do all that
Share
garbage.
us.
Do all that, you know, soulless trash that
Mhm.
we live with.
Shameless promotion.
Don't forget to like because it helps me verify myself as a human being. But most importantly, the most important thing that I need you guys to do is don't forget to tell your friends, tell your mom, and tell your grandma. Have a good night.